This is 2 hours of simulating ecosystems for 100 days, starting with the African desert. Let's watch.
Here is Africa's desert.
Oh, you guys think Simba's going to be in there?
No, it was a graveyard. But with time, it transformed into one of the most resilient yet ruthless ecosystems on our planet. But where there is life, there is always death.
Oh my God, it's dead.
Is that a praying
Can life
mantis?
find balance in 100 days?
I think that was
or
a
is it all
grasshopper.
doomed to die?
This
Well, we'll
is
have
gonna
to
be
go
awesome.
back
Holy smokes!
to day 1.
He called the
With
cops on
the
himself.
tank, some supplies, and a whole
This is gonna be
lot
insane.
of cacti.
This guy is incredible. Make
And
sure you
after
guys check
building
out
up a
Dr.
deep
Plant,
layer of
linked in the
substrate, I
description.
placed in some rock and finally began to plant.
What a
That's
foundation.
a nice looking terrarium.
But the trees here are covered in razor-sharp spines and a poisonous sap.
Whoa.
How does he zoom in so
Those
close
are
in?
not coming out.
He got
So
pranked.
wait, he's dead.
No, it's not that poison.
It's just thorns, Adam.
It's just cacti.
They're not poisonous.
I will continue his legacy by surviving the next 100 days in Africa.
One infection
Okay, call us
later,
when you're back.
and the tank was complete.
Yo, that is sick.
Well done.
This is going to be the foundation
tank.
for a thriving ecosystem.
I wish I could
Starting
shrink Alec
with
down and just
dark
throw him in there.
beetles, Who have
my
the
God.
most
Why is he holding it in his
Oh,
hand?
it's Alex's mom.
Oh.
During the
here we
day,
go.
they would seek shelter to hide from the desert heat.
They're all splitting up. No, you idiots. Teamwork make the dream work. And
Not
dead.
all
Oh,
of them.
Wait, how did he die?
that sucks.
Those that
It must be
found
really
safety
hot in there.
underground waited until nightfall to reemerge.
Dr.
Wow.
Plant
He-
just committed a murder.
Dr. Plant is so smart. Like, he must have known that what he created was going to kill these beetles. Like, he put them in there and was like, yeah, these things are going to die. Surely he knew.
Is that
Dr.
smart?
That
Plant-
is so messed up.
I don't know if Dr. Plant is Dr. Plant. He should be Dr. God.
He just, like, put them in there and they just die, like, instantly.
Isn't that what psychopaths do?
No, he's very intelligent. He's creating a simulation for all of these different creatures, and he's watching them. I would do the same if I knew how. I'm not smart enough.
I'm keeping an eye on him.
They began to group up for a monumental moment.
Day number
Even
2.
the beetle I thought was
R.I.P.
dead.
in the chat for Jeff the Beetle.
Man, he's back!
Zombie
As if
beetle!
They were frozen
Zombie
in
beetle!
time.
Wait,
The
whoa.
They
Undertaker.
were about
What's
to
happening?
reveal
What are they doing?
their
They look like
superpower.
toy soldiers.
Are they about to like morph like the Power
They
Rangers?
hold their ground and angle their backs high.
Yo!
The
What's
heck?
happening?
Tiny
What are they waiting
water
for?
droplets begin to form.
Dude, they
They're
are
turning
face
the
down,
wind
butt
into
up.
water, and as it drips down their back, they finally get to drink.
Oh.
What?
No.
That's the coolest
No.
thing I've ever seen in my
I
life.
actually did this when I got stranded in the forest one time. It works.
Oh, you also just do that at night often, a lot, as Adam is about to show you. If you guys ever get thirsty, hold that pose.
Yep, you just do that and then you start peeing.
Works
work.
like a charm.
Is that
Didn't
wearing
work.
pants?
I think so.
Didn't work. Now, for some reason, I have to pee.
It looks like they have escaped death for now.
Oh,
By
just
day
getting started.
4, the beetles were not the only life in the tank. Underground, an empire
Ants.
is born.
Yes!
Oh, I didn't even know that they were in there.
This
Well, all you need is one queen, Jack, and then they multiply. They just plant eggs and eggs and eggs and eggs and eggs.
Has anybody asked where is he getting these?
The dark web.
Probably Petco.
Or Petco.
Anyway, what a stupid question that was. I can't believe you even said that. That was ridiculously terrible.
Alec definitely forgets what he's about to say. Look at his face.
I'm stalling.
Go
Hold
back
on,
to
I'm loading,
Petco
I'm
and
loading.
you'll
It's
figure it
thinking.
out.
1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, ABC.
So we're talking about ants.
Doesn't a queen need a king to...
Okay.
Not when you have Dr. God in there. He's doing all of the things that you have to do to make babies.
There's no king ant, you idiot. It's only queen.
No, but I thought they're all kings. Like they all
That's
get,
queen.
you know.
Yes.
The queen doesn't just make eggs on its own. It needs something.
Shut up, queen.
queen harvester ant
Rose
was
Alec in the
raising
comments.
her first batch of young. Her larva needed food, and I had to introduce some.
Dr. Plant has no problem touching
the
bugs.
bottom of the food
Probably
chain.
found them in Alec's
They
bed. He
eat
never
decaying
cleans his
matter
sheets.
and even
He has
bone
pizza
marrow.
crumbs in his
so
bed.
this coyote skull should feed them for many days to come.
Those are
Ew.
coyote beetles?
Bones?
Hold on, guys. I gotta go back to this queen ant. I can't stop thinking about this queen ant.
So you take a daddy queen and a mommy queen, and then they make babies.
I just want to say, I'm thinking about it, right? And literally the entire life of the queen ant is just to poop It's just a poop.
Yes!
Al,
Weird side thing. Have you ever seen a queen termite? Those things are scary. It's like Jabba the Hutt. It's insane. Adam, could you look up a picture of a queen termite, please, for everybody watching?
what does a queen termite look like?
The front part looks like a normal termite, and the back part is like literally 10 inches of just
Oh my gosh,
fat.
this thing is nasty.
It's so disgusting. And it poops out hundreds of eggs an hour. Sorry, everybody. That's my bad. Alec, it's Alec's fault. Alec got me talking about queen
I'm
stuff.
just saying, like, that's literally all they do for their entire life, and then they die. What a crazy life that is.
Shut up, queen.
By day 35, the beetle population began to boom. These are not tiny worms, but
5
beetle
booms!
larvae. I placed in a
booms.
dead fish
Wait,
to
that fish
draw
isn't
them
going
out
to
of
be
the
able to
ground,
swim.
And they
he's dead.
immediately began to
Doomfish!
swirl.
It's a
They were just
sardine.
chilling underground. That's how you stay
That
away
fish
from
is
the
doomed.
Oh
heat.
my gosh, dude. That fish is back
Pretty
in Ohio.
soon, there was nothing left but a pile of bones.
That probably tastes like
Their
double choke
population
chocolate
was
cookie!
getting out of hand.
Okay, how do we meet
and I
Alec?
needed to introduce a predator.
Ooh, Alec
Meet
is coming
the
in.
dune gecko.
Let's go!
And his entire
Wow.
Oh, the whole fam's
Oh.
coming.
There's 3 of them.
But
Wait, is that like a
immediately,
baby one?
this
It looks so
one came
tiny.
head to head with a darkling beetle.
Wait, it's like not even
He
as
had
big as the
never
beetle.
seen one before.
It's doing the pee dance
Out
again.
of fear, he begins to wave
Whoa.
his tail to alert the others.
He's putting me into a trance.
This is basically what
After
Adam
only
does
a
when he
few
goes up to his
seconds,
refrigerator.
He musters up enough courage.
It's
to
my
carry
chocolate
on.
bar.
Meanwhile, his brother was working on something monumental.
Oh my gosh, they
He
got
began
brothers?
to dig
This is
out
cool.
the coyote skull. And over the next
Whoa.
5 days,
He's
he
making it home.
transformed the skeleton into a sanctuary.
Wow,
the-
that's awesome.
What
And
an
if we
awesome
look
little creature.
underground, they have made it their home.
Watch out for the
Look,
ants.
there's like babies in there too. This is
That is
awesome.
sick.
I thought they were brothers.
Yeah,
This
they're
one
looking
Do they ever
is
voice?
shedding his skin. He could only do this here, in the safety of the burrow.
Wow.
I have a really bad feeling that like this video's gonna get really sad when the ants start colonizing and they take over the geckos.
So this last time, ants are like some of the most powerful creatures on Earth, and I think that they one day could overthrow even humans.
I'm gonna name him Steve and Glenn.
Thank
the
you,
two
Jack.
geckos.
I like Glenn, I don't like Steve.
If the ants take over, I will be sad.
I won't. I love ants. They're so cool. They're gonna destroy your stupid geckos. They're gonna eat their eyeballs.
They're so tiny. No, there's no way.
In parallel, on the other end of the tank, the Queen's first workers had emerged.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Team Alec is right here. We're getting
They
a look.
needed food,
So,
so they made their
her
way
sons
to
are the
surface
kings? Is that
where
what
the
you're saying,
hunt
Alec?
would begin.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. And they probably spent like 2,000 Robux to do ×2 eggs.
They're hacking.
I thought of that joke like 2 minutes ago.
This beetle is the perfect meal, and they must
What's
work
up with
as
the
a
beetle? Is
team.
the beetle sleeping?
They
Wait,
are
what
rushing to get it
happened?
back to the nest.
He's
Wake
actually
up!
dead. He's actually
Wake up,
dead.
beetle!
The
You're
sky
gonna
is
take it!
beginning to
Nah,
darken,
he's just going
and
for
the
a nap.
temperature had
Wake up!
He's
I
dead.
was
I
about
told
to
you guys,
simulate
the
a
ants are gonna
snowstorm.
take over.
I said that too.
There's no way that Glenn and Steve would get eaten by an ant.
Oh,
So
let's go,
tiny,
Team
so
Gecko.
puny.
Wait, that one gecko is so much bigger than the other ones.
Yeah, they
That's
have a
That boy's
baby.
been eaten. Oh, the guy's stuck
The
in a
storm
tree.
had coated the tank in a thin red sand, but
And you think that guy simulates the storm? He just like he sticks his head in one end and just starts blowing.
He gets a vacuum and he just attaches it to the other side and just.
Or maybe he does it the other way. He starts blowing out his cheeks.
How do you think he simulates rain?
What the heck?
Acid rain!
Oh my god.
How does he simulate a meteor?
No, I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about it. I think
Ants
the
would probably
bugs would
eat that
probably
up.
like that.
Yeah,
though,
they love
I see 130 above!
Food's coming, boys!
That's probably on his Patreon.
That would be cool if you could donate for like things to happen.
no, Jack. No, Jack. We're not allowed to comment for the next 30 seconds.
Okay.
it uncovered
Nuking down.
something
Shut up.
remarkable. Dormant fish eggs. All they needed was a little
Whoa.
water.
Whoa, wait, how did they get in there?
Remember the dead fish?
What? Looks like a giant eyeball.
By day
The dead fish was
45,
pregnant.
the beetles were still overpopulated.
Ew,
I needed
I
to
hate
introduce
those
a
little
new
things.
predator.
Yes. Yes.
Dude, that is, what is that? It's a
grasshopper.
Mantis.
That is a grasshopper, yeah.
Is it? That is a big.
He
Oh
is
my!
the
That is
most
the biggest
dangerous
grasshopper I've
animal
ever
so
seen.
far.
That's the dude from
and
the Ants
everything
movie.
began to hide.
There it is!
That guy is big.
Wait, I didn't know grasshoppers were
But
predators
this
like that,
gecko
though.
is far too late.
Go ahead, Steve. Go ahead,
He's
Steve.
being hunted.
No,
He's bigger than the gecko. No!
Steve!
His only chance of survival
He's coming for
is to
that
make
booty.
a run
Get back to base,
his
Steve.
burrow. But who would make the first move?
Why is
No, if Steve dies off, I'm not watching this. I cannot.
He looks like he's special. I gotta be honest.
That's why I connect with him
He's
so
a
much.
special attacker.
Oh, he's out. He's out.
Safe and sound.
He's got
In the coming days, everything was about
grasshopper's
to
like,
change
"Why did he
forever,
run? I just
and
wanted
you would
to be
not
friends."
believe what will happen. By day 60, the dry
Day 60,
season
here
was
we
at
go.
its peak.
9 days away from my favorite day.
Many of the leaves had turned yellow,
51?
and even the cacti were beginning to fade. There was only one animal unaffected by the drought.
The grasshopper. Oh, wait, the ants. Oh, I forgot about the ants.
Ants,
The
ants,
ants.
ants,
Absolute
They
parasites.
tripled in size. By
That's
storing
crazy
seeds
how big they got.
underground,
Oh,
they can
what
wait
the
out
heck?
the dry season. And they would need
Oh
to
my
stay
gosh,
there
they're
for
so
what is about
intelligent.
to
Is
that
happen
mini corn?
next.
Oh my gosh, I'm so scared of
As
ants.
clouds
there's going to be a
rolled over
flood?
the tank, I was about to simulate
Oh, it's next to his bed. He wakes up every morning.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
It's a monsoon!
It only happens once a year in Africa. That's a fact.
Wait, I thought they didn't have water in Africa.
Wait. I swear wasn't there 4 geckos?
3. There's always been 3. It's been Steve, it's been Glenn, and it's been Gleave, their child.
I thought 1 was gone.
The tank began to flood.
Oh, those fish eggs. Remember those fish eggs?
And as the water level rose, life had to seek higher ground.
I wonder how the entire thing cracks open.
As the storm faded
Wait, what?
away, animals
He showed that in the
came running
intro,
to
that the
river
entire
for
thing
a
cracks
drink.
open.
Oh.
They had to be cautious.
Did you
and
guys
for good
forget? It's been
reason.
5
Jack's still
minutes.
talking about that meteor coming in.
It's been 5 minutes.
I still don't know what you're talking about. What cracks open?
The tank! Did you guys miss that in the intro?
Jack got clickbaited.
I guess. I don't know. I don't remember the
Yeah.
tank breaking.
The entire thing is gonna crack. Unless he clickbaited me.
No, that's that Mancala effect.
The Mandela effect?
See, there it is.
There it is.
They were not alone.
Dude, that's an alpha. That's an alpha in there. Look at him.
Ooh,
He
can
does
we
not
please
care
get
about
rid of this
anything.
thing? I want to donate to kill it.
He is.
Turns out he was
Creepy.
not looking for a meal, but a drink.
Oh, he's doing
He
that,
was
that face
completely
down, butt up
unaware
thing.
of what was happening underwater.
I
The
called
dormant
it.
fish eggs were
Follow
waking
me.
up and finally beginning.
Dude, that
to
camera
hatch.
angle was crazy.
That is really cool.
The fish
Life
are
has
no
been
bigger
formed.
than a grain of sand and swim alongside
thing's
hundreds of
invisible.
baby shrimp.
Oh,
can see through them.
By
I really
day
hope they're tadpoles,
69,
that they turn
the
into
rain
frogs.
had triggered breeding season.
Yeah!
That's
and
my
underground,
favorite
the geckos laid their first clutch
I
of
love bread
eggs.
season. Are you kidding
But
me
there was
right now?
one animal still looking
is
for
so
a
cool.
mate,
Steve
and
and
for
Glenn
him,
are gonna have
you
a
must
kid.
wait
He's gonna go in there and eat the eggs.
Wait, do you guys think Steve's a girl?
That chirping sound is him calling for a
Stevie.
mate.
I thought they were brothers.
Oh, he's all
But
alone
no
in
one
there.
answered, and he was all alone.
Imagine Steve popped out.
This is like Adam at the gym.
Until now, they
Aww.
cautiously
Then
approach
Alec
one
gets
another.
dropped in.
Alec gets a membership.
If she
Oh, look,
likes
they're like
him,
best friends.
They will breed. If she doesn't,
Wait,
she
what?
will eat him.
What kind of best
Or
friends you
maybe-
have, Alec?
Wait. They
Their
just said they
fate
would
now
eat each other
lies in the
if they don't
dark.
breed.
If they like each other, they breed. If they don't like each other, they're just gonna fight to the death. Like, why does it have to be one of the two?
I mean-
just walk away.
This is how Africa works, Alec. Don't question Africa rules.
Just every encounter that you see with anyone, it's either you make love to them or you kill them.
Isn't that how the world runs?
Keep her going up at all times.
Jack doesn't know. Jack doesn't know. Is he kissing or is he killing?
I'm killing everything. Nobody's touching me.
Oh, God.
No, Jack's a lover. Jack's a lover, not a hater.
I'll kiss an elephant.
Alec. Alec would have to fight.
Oh, it went poorly.
He didn't
It went
make
poorly.
Oh,
But
that
his
took a turn.
sacrifice was not
Bro
in
took
vain.
the fattest L
The
in
female
history.
found a soft patch of ground where she began to lay.
Wait, they did make love.
just say no.
No, they did make love, and then she killed him.
It looks like he'd passed
What?
on his
That's the
genes
woman?
to a new generation.
Are you
Now
sure?
his
The guy
body
that was
not
living in there
be
just
wasted
got
as the
destroyed.
ants
Are you
began
sure that
to
was the
Yes,
woman?
yes.
What was it doing?
It was laying its
And
eggs.
underground,
What
they
a
were
That
turn.
turning
thing?
an
That thing was
empire.
big.
Their
Oh my gosh, I
population
can't
was
believe that just happened.
completely unchecked, and I needed to
I feel like I'm watching
introduce an
National
ant
Geographic
predator.
in a tank.
Meet the antlion. And
What the
here
heck?
are 4 more.
This guy
They
should be
may
illegal. You
small
can't
in
be able to
size,
do
but
this.
they have
Ew, what
big
is that?
This guy's like the
Each
game
one
maker in
begins
Hunger
by
Games. I
digging
swear
Yes,
he's
he
just
is.
making them up.
Whoa,
They are
what are
constructing
they
a
doing?
field of traps.
Oh my gosh, I've seen these things. They're actually deadly.
Where have you seen these?
No!
On National Geographic, there was an episode about ants. Watch, this ant is about to get murked.
No!
Is that the queen
No,
ant?
no, no.
No, no,
The
we
queen never
skipped
leaves
this
Alec,
the
part.
your
base.
team ant? What, is it because they're red?
From the beginning, I love ants. No, it has nothing to do with because they're red.
But they are red ants.
They are red.
No, I think I like ants because they're like the underdog. They're so tiny, but they still find a way to make it work.
They are
And
not the
dominate.
underdog.
They run
There's
the
like
world.
a billion
I
ants.
love a good
They run the
underdog.
world, ants. They run the world.
Ants.
I got ants in my pants.
One wrong move and the ant is doomed.
Jack's still fighting or
Don't go in
loving.
there. Don't go in there.
And-
No!
He got him.
He tries
Bye-bye.
to escape.
Bye-bye.
The antlion launches sand.
Oh my gosh, look at that. He's drowning him in sand.
The animal world is crazy. Or the insect world.
Run!
He got
He is
out.
finally
Oh
safe.
my god.
Imagine you're walking through the forest and you fall into a hole and just some dude starts like splashing you with dirt.
That's me in like 15 years. I'm just gonna have a hole in the ground, just waiting. I'm just gonna be waiting.
I got one!
Who came to the dirt hole? You picked the wrong hole, buddy.
And then Adam actually like makes out with them. 'cause he's
Well,
a
yeah,
lover.
you either have to kill him or love him. It's
Not
Africa.
where I thought we were going with that.
Africa.
That really is how those little termite things live their whole life, though. Like they just sit in a hole.
Nightmare! Nightmare!
What a stupid animal. What a stupid life that thing lives. Holy crap.
I want to see more of it.
Oh, he got him that time.
There
No.
is no way out now.
No!
That ant was doing so good.
This beetle
Oh
climbs
my
over
God.
as if nothing ever happened.
Oh, this guy's
Meanwhile, the river was teeming with
Whoa,
life.
those fish grew up quick.
It's almost like it's a
Dozens
simulation.
of fairy shrimp were reaching adulthood.
Whoa.
Oh, nice.
This one became
Wait, they're
a
like
meal
upside
for
down.
the killifish.
Oh.
He will soon be ready to breed.
Oh my gosh, dude. Everything is breeding in this.
On
It's all
day
about breeding.
9,
They can't help it.
a mother's life had come to an end.
Oh.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, the queen.
There we go.
Oh,
Her
my.
eggs were safe underground.
You're telling me there's
and
about to
her
be
life
7 more of
cycle
those
was
ugly
complete.
things in there?
But now there was no animal
smokes.
to control the beetles. I needed to introduce one final predator.
A spider?
Gecko.
Meet the camel
Oh
spider.
my gosh,
He
this
has the
thing is
mouth of a
crazy
crab,
looking.
the body of a spider, and the charm of my mother-in-law. Tied to accident, and he immediately went on
letting
the
it-
hunt.
Okay, this is gonna be the best part
This
of the
is a
video.
horror movie now for these
I am-
beetles. Absolute horror show.
That thing.
Ah,
Oh
one
my
down.
God.
Oh my
Eating them
gosh.
like chicken nuggets.
He has 4 mouths.
By
got the
day
biggest cheeks I've ever
99,
seen, and I've seen
life
Adam's.
was in perfect harmony.
I wish I was that beetle.
Why
Yet
did the Beatles
animals
keep
were
us?
Hey.
in their desert homes.
Steve and Glenn,
He's had to
too.
move them
Everything
all
is
out
dying right
and
now.
end the simulation once and for all.
What does he do after? See?
Okay,
you
but
guys.
that wasn't like, he's the one breaking it.
Yeah. I didn't know how it happened, but I knew it did.
Hey, wait, he could get glass on his bed. Hey, that's not very safe.
Within this tank lives a miniature world. There are
Whoa.
predators and
Whoa.
prey, wind and rain. This desert
what
is a
was
How
that?
did he do
It
that?
doesn't rain in
But
the
despite
desert.
all odds, some animals have evolved to
What is
survive.
that?
It transforms
it's a
from
scorpion!
an empty wasteland to a thriving.
Maybe there'll even be a little Alec.
To understand
This
the
guy is like
mysteries
Charles
within,
Darwin.
First, we must
Whoa,
go back
what?
to day
Hold up.
1.
That's
That
not real.
can't be real.
I'm
It
calling
all
cap.
He
started
definitely
when I-
drank some like glow in the dark prime.
Okay, guys. Early predictions. What animal do you think is going to reign supreme? My vote, Scorpion. I think Scorpion is going to dominate. I'm taking Scorpion.
I don't know if it's going to be in there, but probably an alligator if he puts one in there.
I think the next best choice has to be a poisonous lizard.
Ooh, I'm changing my answer to tarantula.
Ooh, good options, boys. But first, he has to build it.
And a whole lot of cacti. I proceeded
I
to
love
mix up
Dr.
some
Plant.
dirt and then build up the substrate. After placing in some rock, I began to plant the cacti. Ouch! Their spines are
They are
extremely
spiky.
sharp, and
I have
it's
a little
huge
plant.
pain to plant
It's pretty
anything.
spiky.
I added in some final touches, and the tank was
That
complete.
looks awesome.
That does look cool. I would
The
live
heck?
there.
That looks cooler than my apartment.
don't
This
think
will
an
serve
alligator
as the
fit in there,
foundation
Jack.
for a thriving
No.
ecosystem.
But maybe.
On day 3, I introduced
Ooh.
the first animal.
heck
These
is that?
are called isopods. As you can see,
Jack, it's called an isopod.
I know. We're watching the same video.
Oh, I knew that.
Oh.
You didn't.
It looks like they're like different colors, though. Are they like different races? Are they gonna fight? Are there gonna be like civil wars?
Alex eyeballs are working.
I don't see color.
I have two
That one
varieties
looks black
here,
and white.
clowns and zebras. After I
Zebra.
placed them
Oh,
in,
they're called
they
zebras.
began to search for shelter.
That's not what a zebra looks like.
Alongside the isopods,
What is he doing? Oh
my
I
God.
introduced
Oh, they're training for the
springtails
circus.
and buffalo beetles.
It's lice!
These two detrivores will eat pretty much anything they can find.
What the
Let me
heck?
put the grossest bugs in here first.
All of
Oh
these
my
tiny
gosh,
bugs
I'm getting the
will
heebie-jeebies.
eventually be food for a
Whoa.
future.
Yo, that's my scorpion.
Oh, okay.
Did
So
he
they're just
spray
going
paint
to be
it?
food.
Is that real or did he just spray paint them like a glow in the dark? I'm so confused about that.
No, some animals do glow in the dark. I never heard of scorpions glowing in the dark, though. That's a new one.
How are we on day 50 already? Holy smokes, we are zooming.
The isopod
Can scorpions
population
glow in the
began
dark?
to
Yes,
bloom.
they can.
In the shaded areas of the tank, they would form small
Oh,
little holes.
that's
The juveniles
gross.
look almost identical.
That's what
to their
Abby's bed
adult
looks like.
counterpart.
They're
Here,
actually pretty
you
good
can
snacks.
even see
Wow,
one
fill
shedding
the
its
protein.
skin.
Oh my
While
gosh,
the
that's
zebras were
gross.
thriving, the
Zebras.
clowns seemed to have disappeared entirely. On
Did
the
they
other
die?
hand,
Cool.
the buffalo beetles were taking.
Yeah.
I placed a dead cockroach into the tank to show
Oh!
just how many there were.
Oh,
That is
my
nice.
goodness.
Soon,
They ate that thing like a cheeseburger.
So are there no ants in the desert? Because that's another insect that would probably take over this tank.
I think that ants are only in like rainforests and my basement.
That's true. Yeah, I don't think they're in deserts, but if they were, they would probably dominate because ants are an extremely invasive species, and I'm pretty sure that they like dominate any tropical area that they live in.
Some people actually say that Alec is kind of like an ant.
I will take that as a compliment.
Without the population part.
That ain't.
there was nothing left but a hollow skeleton. They were running rampant, and I needed a predator. I needed something deadly.
All right,
Something
in comes
fast,
Adam.
Something
Oh my
almost
gosh,
as
Adam is a
terrifying
scorpion.
as
I
know
my mother.
karate.
Let me
Yo, that
introduce
thing's
you
insane.
to the Doom Scorpion. He is a vicious predator and will make short work of a beetle or isopod. Do you see that tiny white
got that.
drop?
That's not even
Damn.
fair.
Well,
He's
that is a
poisonous.
potent venom, and I have to be extremely
nice, dude.
careful.
Are you
I
kidding
picked
me
him
right
up
now,
and
dude?
prepared to place him into the tank.
What is he
After a
doing?
gentle
Touching it?
love tap, he took his very
my
first
God.
step
That's
so
into the
scary.
new
He's like
world.
Dr. Dolittle.
Scorpions are almost completely blind, so they don't use their
Oh,
eyes.
look at how small his little eyes are.
He's kind of adorable. He almost looks like a spider, though.
I never thought of it, but scorpions like don't really have eyes.
What is that, dude? That looks more like a butthole than an eye.
Do I look like a
I
scorpion?
was gonna say a nose.
Anyway.
Kind of.
Wait, how about now?
Yeah, you do have very closely set eyeballs.
And no eyebrows, just like the scorpion.
Very similar color face as well.
Wait.
Okay, all right. It wasn't supposed to be serious. I was joking, guys. Don't analyze it.
Do you have anything poisonous coming out your butt?
Play the video.
I refuse to play the video.
He has
Okay, I
about the
will
same
do
amount
it.
of facial hair as
to
me.
get around. Within just a few minutes, he managed to take down a buffalo.
Dude, he was wasting no
Ooh.
time.
Stomach,
One
he
KO.
began to search
Wow.
for a place to burrow.
I feel like I could see its organs. Is that just me?
Is this scorpion?
After a few
Is a
hours-
scorpion like a bee, where if it like stabs it with its stinger, then he loses it forever?
No,
No,
Adam.
no.
You are so
Okay,
No.
dumb.
It's more like a wasp. It doesn't lose its stinger. It can just constantly sting, but it does eventually run out of poison and then it has to regenerate.
That's true. I think we need to put Dirtboy in timeout for that. That was bad.
Hours, his burrow was complete, and it just looked like an ordinary hole. But if we look underground, we can see
Whoa.
it is so much
Whoa,
more.
that was
It is
cool.
his home.
It made it its own house? How did it do that? That thing's better
He
at
would
digging than
spend
Dirt
most
Boy.
of his time here, but as day turned to night, he would emerge.
Can we give it a nickname?
I thought we already named it Alec.
I'll take it.
Can we name it Dr. Stangalang?
Okay, Alec or the scorpion?
I don't know yet.
Under
Oh,
ultraviolet light, he will glow.
How's he
as
doing it?
radioactive.
Dr. Stangalang is glowing.
dude, it's like he's playing laser tag.
That's a pretty intense glow.
Oh, it's because of the black light. I see now.
Yeah, but that's so cool.
It is awesome.
I wish I could do
On
that.
day 60, I realized the scorpion wasn't going to be enough. The beetles were breeding faster than the scorpion could eat them. I
Jeez.
needed
That's
to
an
add
interesting problem to have.
They need 2
The
scorpions.
blue death feigning beetle.
Whoa.
Hey, yo.
Blue
Blue
bug.
death feigning
They have
beetles?
3 superpowers.
What the flip?
First off, they make their own sunscreen. This white powder on their
Why,
shell.
why do I feel like that is the lamest superpower I've ever heard of?
Terrible, but I could use it honestly.
They are not
It's
getting
not a good,
skin cancer.
Not a good superpower, but very useful for me.
I have a superpower. I excrete sunscreen.
He hears.
I have a superpower as well. I eat sunscreen.
will protect them from the desert sun. Secondly,
Wow.
they have a huge abdomen to store water,
Oh,
kind of like a camel.
Miss McThickums.
They
Doing
can
their
last for
sit-ups.
ages without
Interesting.
any water at all. But if a predator
Why do I feel
tries
like they
to
would
eat
taste
them,
good?
that's where
Look at that scorpion. Please zoom into its eyes.
Does it think that it's camouflage right now? Because we can see that thing clear as day.
Well, he can't see, so he probably thinks everything sees like him.
It's basically like me standing right here. You guys see me?
Wait, where'd
I'm
Jack
gonna
go?
eat you. Wait, where's Jack?
I'm gonna get you.
Wait, I hear him. I can't see him though.
Wait, guys, I'm right here.
Where?
What happened to him?
Wait,
He's
guys,
gone.
guys, you can't see me.
Should we start the video without Jack?
Yeah, I don't know where he went.
You guys play the video.
its third superpower comes into play.
I will strike when
They
you least
are
expect it.
indestructible. Their thick armor
What?
protect
Cockroach.
them from sandstorms and strong desert winds.
Interesting.
Ah, he's back!
Jeez.
Oh my
Yeah,
Jared's
down to
god.
hiding
the
on a
tank,
rock.
And immediately, one
Dude,
was
those things are
making
cool.
That dude just dropped in the Avengers. Let's be real.
Seriously, well, he dropped in Blue Beetle.
I feel like they would kind of taste like fruit gushers.
I was gonna say a
that just
blueberry,
me?
maybe.
I think that is just you. They do not look appetizing at all.
I would take a bite. I would take a bite.
If I'm a scorpion, I am eating that thing immediately.
I'll
I'm
take
wasting no
Alec.
time.
They look so good.
A fatal mistake. He wandered towards the scorpion burrow and then down
See?
inside.
Jeez.
Okay,
Oh my
maybe
God.
I'm the
He
scorpion.
No,
was
don't go down
walking
there.
Towards his doom.
Look at this hole, guys. This is amazing.
There
Oh my
was
God,
This is every
Oh my
time I
God.
join a Minecraft
Oh my
server.
god, they're about to go. They're about to go.
Does he not see him?
Oh wow, this
Maybe
is
he is
awesome.
Tapped the
camouflage.
scorpion and then retreated.
Why are
deeper
all
into
bugs
his burrow.
blind?
Why is he? Why
Wait,
is he?
what?
He's like
Wait a
antagonizing
second.
him.
What if they actually strike up a friendship that turns into a relationship and then they marry each other?
The beetle starts riding the scorpion, and they just go around attacking everything together.
What color would their baby be?
Freaking amazing. It would be green, of course.
Blue and yellow, yes.
Green.
It was a pop quiz. Alec knew that.
I was gonna say
The
purple.
scorpion gave the beetle a gentle push and then made
God.
his journey back to the surface.
Okay, guys.
That was a
I found the
close call.
scorpion.
He's got like a bucket
Scorpion's
list.
down here, guys!
Let them be.
There's a little
Whatever you
scavenger
do,
hunt.
don't go in the hole.
As the sun began to rise, something extremely rare was about
So
to
they basically
happen.
just like dap
It was
each other
rainy
up.
season, and one of the
Respect.
few storms of the entire year
Ooh, here we go.
was about to commence.
Yeah, rainstorm, baby.
That's another way of saying he's going to attempt to drown his entire aquarium.
The production of this video is crazy good, by the way. I know
it's
that we're
awesome.
just, it's not really what we're focusing on, but it is insane.
It
The
really
tank
feels like I'm
began
in the
to
desert.
flood.
Wait, this guy literally is turning his desert terrarium into an aquarium.
They're gonna have
As
to
the
evacuate
storm
the hole.
faded away, animals began to emerge. The rain brought new life to the
Wait,
desert
why do I wanna, like,
landscape.
recreate this
This
video?
rose of
Yeah.
Jericho
Whoa.
opened its leaves
Yo,
after receiving
what?
water.
That is
Dude,
really cool. That's awesome.
crazy.
Wow, they
By day
perform
63,
photosynthesis.
the water area was teeming with life.
What?
Hundreds of tiny
Huh?
eggs that lay dormant in the sand.
Oh, those are the
began
isopods.
to hatch.
What, they were just
The
laying in
pond
the
was
sand this whole
swarming
time?
with these
Yeah,
tiny
it's
white
growing new
dots
life.
That were going to become something incredible.
My dude is
Whoa.
playing God.
Ew.
Meanwhile,
what is that?
on land, I figured
It's
it was
a
time to introduce
isopod.
a new animal.
He should be sponsored by any sort of aquarium because this really makes me want to do this. I'm about to buy an ant farm.
Good point, Dirt Boy. Good point.
That brings us to the sponsor of this video.
BigProject.co for all of your aquarium needs.
If Adam had a terrarium, he would just fill it up with dirt. That's it. He wouldn't put anything in there. He would just put more dirt every single day. And he would just stare at it.
I'd have a little shovel and I'd dig straight down.
I would pay so much money to shrink Adam down and put him inside of a dirt aquarium.
I think he would love it.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I have
You would
unlimited
have a
food.
blast.
Mexican jumping bean. And here are 30 more.
What are those?
These are
Mexican
not what
jumping
they seem.
beans.
After I added them
Are
in,
those
they
animals?
They
began
have
to
turned into
dance.
What?
They seem to roll
Interesting.
around mindlessly.
What?
But each one
What is that?
on a mission. Find shelter.
Wait.
They jumped to escape
what?
the desert heat. It didn't take long for
How
them
is
to
that even
huddle under
possible?
whatever
I feel
they
like
could
I'm being
find.
pranked right now.
Inside every
That's
bean
crazy.
lives a caterpillar.
Oh.
One day, they will emerge
It was a
into
cocoon.
beautiful little moth.
So they were just
thought it was just a
inside, like,
nut.
By day 72, life in the water had grown substantially.
Dude, I don't understand how there's so much life inside such a small space. I don't know how that works.
well, Alec, you ever look? Sorry, I can't say that. Never mind.
I don't know where that was going. I do not want to
Do
know.
not ask.
You do not want to know. Do not ask questions. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Do not look in your pants.
Is that a bunch of poop in his
These
tail?
little white crustaceans
Oh my God.
are called
Yes.
fairy shrimp.
He really
they
had to go.
glide
Ooh,
through the,
the fairy
water,
shrimp.
filtering out whatever food they could
I
find.
feel like shrimp
In the
don't look
shadows
like that.
lived an animal much larger and less delicate than the fairy shrimp.
Whoa.
Meet
Wait,
the
why does that kind of
triad.
look like a water scorpion?
These look
It
so
really does.
cool. I love
I
when they
put
zoom
one on
into
my
small
finger
animals.
so you can get a sense of scale.
Wow.
They look completely prehistoric.
Oh, yeah, it kind of looks like a horseshoe crab.
Yes, that's what I was trying to think of, and I couldn't think of it. But
They
yes,
look
that's
to
it.
be thriving now, but there is a problem. Every day, the water level got lower and lower.
my
Wait,
God.
but can't this guy just like put more water in or something?
No, he's simulating the desert, Jack. Don't you not understand
Oh,
this video?
My bad. My
That's
bad.
true.
Oh my
Sorry.
gosh.
Desert sun was quickly drying up their little pond.
No,
Pretty
all
sure
the
it only
water
rains,
animals
like,
are going
twice
to
a year.
die.
Yeah. Or they'll morph. Wait, possibility they could adapt, evolve into breathing air.
Doesn't evolution take like 5 billion years?
It's a simulation, Jack.
Oh. Does anybody know what Dr. Stangalang is doing during all of this?
True, I don't know. He's just chilling in his hole, in his hidey hut, dapping up any beetle that comes down there.
Let's be real. Him and the beetle are hanging out in the hole. My beetle friend came back.
See you later, my beetle guy. Later.
My beetle.
On day 81, the pond was almost dried
no,
up,
they're
but
running out of
life was
space.
more active than ever.
Whoa.
Many of the triops were carrying bundles of eggs and
Ew.
needed to find a safe place to lay them.
Oh my gosh. How do
Here,
they get
you
eggs
can
like
see
that?
a female carefully digging her nest.
Okay, now I really want him to put some ants in there.
She will lay her eggs in this hole, and they won't hatch until the
Pause.
following rainy season. The fairy
Whoa.
shrimp had also
That's
laid their
cool.
eggs, and their life cycle was reaching the
Are they
end.
about to die?
That's pretty cool. So they'll hatch the eggs and it'll sit there for like 100 days and then it'll hatch when the rain comes again.
All of the water is gone.
That's pretty
Uh-oh.
sad. They pretty much just sacrifice
Are
themselves.
we about to see
kinda.
some graves right now?
I think we
so.
are.
Oh my gosh.
Only a
But that's
few
the
days
circle of
later,
life.
the pond had dried up.
The bugs are gonna
completely.
eat them.
The rows of
No.
Jericho had
No.
closed, and life seemed bare.
Oh,
but
no.
after closer
No.
inspection, you will notice hundreds of tiny eggs waiting
go.
for the next
God.
time it rains.
And crack them and
Life
make scrambled
was
eggs.
booming, but it was time to introduce
gonna
a
eat-
new
they
predator.
might eat the eggs.
This animal
Wait, new
will
predator.
easily find
this
its
is my
way
guy.
to the top of the food
Bearded
chain.
dragon!
Let me
Oh my
introduce
gosh.
you to
Oh,
the
he's
bearded
huge.
dragon.
Yo, dude, he's as big as the whole thing.
I'm just kidding. She's way
Oh.
too big for this tank. 100 days ago, this forest was nothing more than a graveyard.
Whoa,
But with
what is
time,
that?
It
Alex
evolved
Dog Jojo.
through
What kind of
rain and fire.
What? How is there
Watch
fire?
as empires rise and predators fall.
Whoa, that is the
But
cutest
the real
spider.
question is, who can survive?
Oh, I got my money on the spider.
I got
I'm going
Scorpion.
ants. I got
On day
ants.
Whatever that
one,
was.
the
Of
tank
course.
was built
Alec
from
always
dirt,
goes team
a
ant.
log, and a fox skeleton from head
Oh, fox
to
skeleton.
toe.
Where? How did
Guys,
he get
comment?
that?
That's a fox skeleton?
Comment down below what you guys think is going to survive by the end of the 100 days.
How did he get that?
I feel like it was a bit rude to just toss in an entire fox skeleton.
That's what you need, though. All of the animals are going to
That's
eat
true.
the
They look
bones.
barren
The
now,
circle
but where
of
there is
life.
death, there is life.
See?
Yes.
Yes!
Wait,
We'll all eventually be in the ground anyway.
fox skeletons have seeds in them?
No, I
Alec.
think that was in the dirt,
Like
maybe.
grass seeds?
I think it was in the dirt, maybe.
Oh.
Probably.
The first plants began
Yo, that's
to
so
emerge,
cool.
and they overtook the
Plants.
landscape.
That only took 5 days. That's crazy.
There were animals, both big
Whoa!
snails.
Oh my
and
goodness!
small.
I don't think
The
I've ever seen a
snails
zoom
were
in of a
the
snail
earliest
before.
signs of life,
French people
and
eat
spend
those.
most of their
Oh,
time
yeah.
eating.
Escargot.
Oh my goodness!
Everything
They
was
look
at
like aliens.
peace.
What the heck?
They're so
Wait, is that-
slimy.
This piece wasn't
Wait, was
going
that
to
their
last
pupils?
for long.
Yeah, they're on the ends of like these weird little stick things.
I didn't know those were his eyes either. I thought they were just like antenna.
They have like little googly eyes.
It's like they're looking like this all the time.
I don't get it.
Imagine if your eyeballs were like on 2 strings.
I don't think I want
How
to.
do you ever see anything?
I would rather be blind.
Though, this piece wasn't going to last for long. Plants were disappearing at an alarming
Oh, no.
rate.
How?
And not because of the
'Cause
snails.
they're eating.
Something
Oh.
else was eating them.
Termite.
Something
Never mind. I'll shut
underground.
up.
Termite.
Of course, it's always the underground
they were
things.
taking over.
That's my family.
And
I
wow.
thought worms were good for the
Everything in
earth,
their
for the
path.
soil, though.
I needed to control them. I needed a
Birds.
predator. Meet
Birds.
the eastern worm.
Yo, wait,
She is a
that's a
master
worm?
hunter, and
No, it's a
hopefully
snake.
she can
Oh,
keep their
but it looks like a
population
worm.
in check.
That is a snake worm.
Wow.
He's going right to the ground. He's
While
going
this
after
my
it.
war
gosh.
was going on below ground.
thing is a monster.
Something magical.
Wait, do you think that that thing just eats the worms, like it sucks them up, like it, and then the worm is just inside of it, like full, like whole?
Yeah, it probably eats them like spaghetti.
Yeah, that's crazy. And that's formed like spaghetti, so it's like spaghettiception.
It's like Agario, but for spaghetti.
Oh.
It's actually called Snake.io.
I was about to say that. Yeah.
You guys don't know Agario? That's what the one with the balls.
Snake IO makes
Only know
way
that
more
one.
sense.
Yeah, there's also Dipio. That one's fun.
I'm not
There's also
interested.
Shut Up EO, and you can play that one right now.
Magical began to grow above.
Got him.
Shrooms! Shrooms!
Mushrooms. They are one of the fastest growing
they need
species
a
on
predator?
our planet, and snails have emerged to feed.
Seems like snails are the king of the jungle right now. King of
Imagine
the
they
forest.
start tripping.
This is the forest.
These mushrooms were not the only life within the log. Inside,
Oh.
there lies the
Of
beginning
Here we
of
go.
an empire. This is
Great.
a queen carpenter ant.
Look at
that
her
is
go. I hate
raising
the carpenter
her
ants.
first batch
No,
of
carpet ants are
young.
cool, dude.
They're my
They
least
eat the
favorite ant.
wood. They eat
Each
wood
one
more
of
than
these
Alec
larvae
eats
is
pizza.
going to become a loyal worker to serve her empire.
All hail
yeah.
the queen!
That queen just
By
poops out
day
eggs like it's
21,
nothing.
the plants had grown dramatically.
Whoa.
There were
Oh,
now
yes,
many
queen.
forms of life.
What was the point of the fox skeleton?
To give life to the area.
Nobody's even
Yes.
eating it.
They'll probably put termites in there.
There was an
eventually.
earth. Okay.
Eats it.
We'll see. We'll see.
But could they live together? This slug,
Oh, it's
for
an
example,
isopod.
had just
Is it a
laid a
slug?
pile of eggs.
Oh my gosh.
She
Where
had
is that
to
snail's,
watch because
tail
other
thing?
animals were
Forbidden
out.
meatball.
Crickets. They were not only eating her eggs,
Ew,
but many of the
crickets.
plants too. Their population was
crickets.
quickly getting out of hand. They didn't have a
Crickets
predator
scare me.
until
Ooh,
now.
add a lizard.
Here is a male
Whoa.
and female jumping spider.
No,
they're so
no.
Cute.
They make one
Cute.
deadly duo.
I've
you
never seen a
stupid?
cute looking spider, dude. Look
After
at the
You
Yeah,
are
I've
insane.
never
You
seen
are
it.
actually
They
insane.
began
That is not
the
cute.
hunt.
Most of the time, spiders
The
are
crickets
scary, but
have
these ones are
incredible
good looking.
eyesight, but the spider's vision is even better.
It's because
They
it's
have-
got six of
Okay,
them.
let's give them nicknames.
Okay, that one's Alec.
Can we name it Straw?
What did you just say?
I want to name it Straw.
Straw, and the other one will be named.
Cup.
Okay, Straw and Cup.
They have eyes on the front and back of their head.
Together they are a Starbucks coffee.
Straw, Cup. Whoa!
One bite, he is
Jump scare! Jump scare!
It is time to enjoy
Oh my gosh, that got
That
me.
was insane.
That got me.
He's sucking his insides.
Straw is a predator.
you said! That thing is not cute!
Cute but deadly.
Straw just stuck his teeth inside that thing like a straw and started sucking him. He's sucking
The
his
name
insides
Straw
like a straw.
actually fits. We didn't know
Exactly.
Slurping it up. Ooh.
Wait, so they don't do webs. I thought spiders do webs.
Not
this
these
one does
guys.
not.
That thing's like a cheetah with 8 legs.
it. Don't do web.
Well, you don't lay webs, you know, like what's the adjective or the
Poop.
whatever?
Pretty
for
sure you poop. Spin. You spin a web.
Squirt? Oh, yeah, it is spin. They don't spin webs.
Now, these guys don't spin webs. They just spin circles around you and then they eat you.
That's
Now,
crazy.
life around the log did not go
gosh.
unnoticed.
Dance.
The ants are getting
Inside, the queen's first worker.
Yes, my child,
had
welcome
begun
to life.
I think
You will be my
Queen was eating
worker.
him
What does she do to him?
until she
Oh, there
could
we go.
there we
stand
go.
on her own.
She was helping the child.
She was the first.
they just start
Oh
eating
my
wood.
gosh,
There we
there's
go.
so many.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my gosh, I
By
hate
day
ants so much.
50, the tank was completely over.
Oh my
So it's been over
gosh.
20 days now
Wow.
since the last time we checked in.
Oh. Somebody needs to cut the lawn.
The grass is the empire.
The plants were choking each other out. I needed something to eat them. Something big.
Oh,
So I
Eat the spike plate
of
village.
course. I was just about to say that.
Well, he put in the stupid gardener ant to eat all the worms, and he shouldn't have done that.
The gardener snake thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's that thing been?
They're underground, fighting each other to the death.
Underground wall.
Yes, but these guys will eat the plants, apparently? I did not know this.
Yeah, I thought, do ants not eat plants?
It's a
too?
carpenter ant. They eat wood.
No, I don't think so.
They eat wood and emotions.
Ants, that's why they bring back the other bugs to their thing.
Horse eats grass.
Like a
and-
mini, like a pony,
Or a
right?
cow.
I don't think they'll fit.
Alec isn't understanding the size of this thing at all.
So this thing
What do you
is
mean by they
tiny.
eat grass?
They
Just
do eat
watch
grass. Maybe these things are like the cows of the bug world.
I think we're gonna
These
see Dr.
large
Plant's head
herbivores
jump in and start
should
eating some
eat many
grass.
of the plants.
Tasty.
After adding them in, they took refuge deep in the
Oh,
undergrowth.
caterpillars. That's what eats plants.
The last time we saw
Oh,
him.
yeah. They
They
eat
explored
leaves.
the
Yeah.
tank,
Silkworms
looking
as well.
for a safe place to hide.
That thing looks like a turd with 1,000 legs.
This one had walked right past a web.
The webs, Alec.
They don't
So
do
they
webs.
do webs.
They
do
have webs. They
do
spun
do
the web.
webs.
Oh,
Oh
then
my gosh, look at it. It's
that's
so
the other one.
conniving. It's like,
It looks
yes,
more like
I
a
will.
was
protective
built
web,
with
though.
one
I will
goal
eat
in
everything.
mind,
Yes,
to
I will.
protect
Yes.
her young.
Do people
For
make
now,
t-shirts out of webs?
She closes off the door and seals
Dude,
herself.
it's
Whoa,
literally
wow.
a web home.
That's pretty legit.
That's a cocoon.
Straw is a genius.
Meanwhile,
Where's Cup?
the slug eggs
think
were
that was
about
Cup.
to
Cup.
hatch. At this
Yeah,
stage,
Cup is
pink.
they were
Cup is the
completely
woman.
transparent, and the
thought
babies
Cup
were
was
trying
black.
to
I'm gonna
find a
throw
way
up.
out.
Is this what escargot is?
Ew, dude.
The first
It's
baby
giving me the heebie-jeebies.
manages to break free, and soon
I've never
the
seen a
rest
baby snail.
follow.
They're actually adorable.
It looks
Why
like
is it so adorable?
I'm just waiting for an eagle to come swoop it up.
you know when you have like a big
Wow.
booger and you
They're
snort it out?
inside.
That's
And
kind of what
all
it
of the
looks
animals
like.
needed to hide.
Did you say an eagle?
I'm
Where do
just
you think
saying.
this
It
is?
could only mean
So far, Alec has said eagle, cow, and a horse. He's in his bedroom.
I want to strike Alec down and put him in there.
But how funny would it have been if an eagle just came out of nowhere?
It can't.
Number one, I didn't realize eagles were that tiny. Number two, how did an eagle get in there?
Stop asking questions and just think about how funny it would be. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Pretty funny.
It would be even funnier if he dressed up as an eagle and then that dude jumped in there.
That is pretty funny, actually.
Thank you. See, there we go.
With the eagle.
it was about to rain.
Everybody knows the forest has some of the deadliest storms.
Especially the rain type.
I think you're thinking of just like the Amazon. This is just any general forest, though. What do you mean? There's a forest right next to our house.
It's not even a real forest, guys. It's in his bedroom.
Alec thinks cows live in the forest.
Many of the animals gathered after the storm for a drink.
Whoa. That is a
Ew.
moist snail.
Even the worm
Ew.
snake
Oh, it's
made
got a
short
beard.
visit.
Still
What the
alive. Here we
heck?
go.
That is a worm with eyeballs.
What's he doing? Chilling there.
Whoa.
Wow.
By day
Life.
80, flowers began
It's
to bloom.
blooming.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous.
This is the most beautiful day I've ever seen. This
Oh my goodness.
the birds and the bees. You blossom
Despite
into
their
a
beauty,
young lady.
not all life was balanced. The jumping spiders were having
that's
trouble
Cup.
finding
That one's
food
Cup.
as the ants
The other
were
one's Straw.
taking
The ants are taking over, Alec. You called it.
I told you, ants, ants,
inside their
ants.
nest.
They always
an
take
army
over.
was
It would be a
forming.
real shame if there was a forest fire.
I needed to stop them.
a good point.
It was
Jumping
time to
spiders. Here we go.
Imagine he's like, I needed to stop them, and he just busts out a flamethrower.
And then the video restarts. Day one.
Day one in a burnt forest.
a new predator. Here is
Whoa.
a group of scorpions.
Oh my God,
and
they do not stick
just
by
Where does this
I'm
guy
going to
get
Team Scorpion.
these?
I think they're
These
going to
are
win.
wood scorpions.
Those things walk
They
around
have
like
powerful
this.
claws
Where is he going
and
for
a
these?
venom.
Yo! They look like Larry the Lobster.
If you
Yo,
zoom in on their
power
eyeballs, I
So,
can't help but think
it
of
was
Alec.
time to add them into the tank. I carefully lowered them into the undergrowth.
I would be so terrified.
But like, imagine if an eagle came out of nowhere.
What if it's going to pitch his hand? Watch.
Look how close their eyeballs are.
They are terrifying.
Most of the scorpions decide to take shelter,
The little dance.
I wonder if they know that they're
but
ugly.
this one had wandered.
What's up with the body to stinger ratio?
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, he's like Larry the Lobster there.
Wait, that's not that funny. That's not that funny, Jack.
It's
like
pretty
that happens
funny.
sometimes.
That is a micro stinger.
It's not his fault.
He was
It's not
born
his
that
fault.
way. Yeah, we can't make fun of him.
Look, we can't all be like you, Jack. We
I know,
can't all
I
be
know.
like you.
It's like a size 9 foot with someone over 6 feet tall.
Exactly. But he has some pretty big upper body strength. Look at that.
That's true.
That guy's
that's all that
massive up
matters.
top and tiny in the bottom.
That's
Those
all the
eyes don't
girls care
lie.
about.
He definitely skipped stinger day.
And eyeball day.
territory.
Those are the tiniest little pupils ever.
Oh my God, it's Straw.
Go ahead,
He
Straw.
has no idea because he is nearly blind. His only option
Well, that was
is to
rude.
stand completely still.
He has no idea because he's ugly and blind. It's Helen
Okay,
Keller.
who's gonna die here? Who's dying?
He's above you
She's
now!
tasting him
You
to see
idiot!
if he's food.
Wait, what is happening? What does he not see the stinger?
Do you still not
Straw
see
about
him?
to
He
die.
begins
He's
to
looking
walk
up like,
away.
hey, should I
He
eat this?
moves.
No, don't move, you idiot!
But it looks like he got away with it
Are
this
you
time.
kidding me? What the?
That mistake almost cost him
He just
his
let him
life.
walk all over him.
still
That's-
a rock.
That scorpion
And
has no
soon,
respect for
day
himself.
faded to night, and they
What's
reemerged.
happened?
Whoa.
Whoa!
Dr. Plant
They
painted
glow
them
under
blue.
ultraviolet light, so they can recognize one another.
It's a
Okay.
shiny scorpion.
In the shadows,
that?
there lived another mythical creature.
I don't understand.
The
What
ornate
the?
harvestman.
I don't like
They
that.
scavenge the dark terrain.
That seems like an
Oh my God.
Whatever
SCP.
food
I
That
actually
looks like
hate
an
that.
alien.
find.
Its legs are so
None of
long.
the snails
By
are like
day
aliens.
90,
Oh, it's
the
dying.
dry season had come.
Aw.
There was no more rain, and the ground began to dry
Forest
out.
fire. I think Jack was right.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
but what is gonna start a fire?
Imagine the
I
forest
carefully
fire ends it.
removed every last animal from the tank.
Yeah,
but
forest
not
fire's
for the
coming.
reason you might think. Because on day 94, a dry thunderstorm was about to begin.
Oh no.
What is
No.
a dry
We called it! Jack
I
called
knew
it.
it.
Began
Burn
to
the
spread.
ants.
He definitely didn't remove all the animals. Let's be real.
Burn
This is
the
happening
ants.
inside of his house. That's gotta be a hazard.
Every
He needs to zoom the camera out. His entire house is
until
burning
every
down.
last plant was
Next, you're gonna hear wee woo, wee woo, wee
Or
woo.
so I thought.
No way.
And life comes out of the ground again.
From the
Wow.
ashes sprouted new life. The cycle was going to begin.
The cycle
all over
continues.
Again and again.
Again and again.
Yes!
Within this tank lives a miniature world.
Whoa!
Animals will adapt.
Hermit crab.
Partners
It's so
Nemo,
cute.
Nemo!
and life
Nemo.
must face Mother Nature herself.
And
The
anemone.
ocean is a danger. Some animals have evolved to survive.
What was that?
They transformed from a barren wasteland into a thriving ecosystem.
Let's
Wow.
go.
Dr.
that's
Plant,
beautiful.
Dr. Plant the
Mysteries
goat.
within.
This is
We
gonna be
must
awesome.
Go back to day one.
It all starts with
where
day
it
one.
began
Starts with
with
day
the
one.
tank, some rock, and a whole lot of sand. The water was initially cloudy, but
Ooh, it
as
looks
it
like
began
milk.
to clear, it revealed a hauntingly beautiful landscape.
That is so
I
cool.
like it.
This is like Nemo IRL.
It's how every reef starts.
It was entirely lifeless, so I introduced plankton.
What is
at
that?
The bottom of the food.
They're so
Oh,
tiny.
plankton.
I've never seen a
from
zoomed in version of
SpongeBob.
plankton.
Do you guys think that they're trying to steal the Krusty Krab formula?
From Wendy's, yeah. They came out with the Krusty Krab.
Wait, really?
Wait,
Yeah,
actually,
they did, yeah.
is this
You
sponsored?
guys didn't know this?
Are you being dead serious?
Yeah, they came out with their own Krabby Patty for the 25th anniversary of SpongeBob.
That sounds awesome.
Imagine if it cut and we all have one in our hand.
I thought Plankton was supposed to be gray.
They're so
Over the first
tiny. I didn't
10
realize how
days,
they're
I
that
did
tiny.
nothing but let them multiply.
Hey,
they're
yo,
quick,
they're
though.
getting
Look at 'em go.
busy.
Like much,
All
but
they
they're
do
the
is eat,
foundation
sleep, and
to
multiply.
all life on our
That's what
planet.
humans do too.
Yo, let's go. Shut up, plankton, bro.
Kind of a
We
big
all started
deal.
from a plankton.
The ocean is so colorful, all the animals, and then we're just like this.
What? We have all different types of colors, Adam.
Alec has at least 2 colors.
Seriously.
Alec looks like the sun.
I will take that as a compliment somehow. You look, you know what, Adam? If you were a fish, you would be a blobfish. I didn't want to say it earlier, but now that you're saying something about me, I'm going to say it about you. You look like a blobfish out of water. Someone pull up a picture of and put it right next to Adam's face right now.
It's true.
Disgusting!
On
I
day
don't look like the
12,
sun.
I introduced macroalgae.
Oh, look,
they
it's
are
Alec.
the equivalent to an underwater
Whoa.
plant. They are covered in tiny snails.
snails!
And even
Dude,
the occasional
That is not a starfish.
together.
Is
Yeah,
that?
wait, what?
Plankton
I've
and
seen
algae
starfish. That
will
is
fuel
not
the
even
fire
close.
of life in the aquarium, starting with hermit crabs.
Oh my goodness.
Most of
hermit
them
crabs,
explored the tank for pieces
The
of debris
initial
and
nomads.
algae. Some of them were quite large, while this guy
Whoa,
is
wait, they all
smaller
look so
than the
different.
head of a penny.
Oh my gosh, dude, he zooms in so much you
But-
can't
Oh
even
my
tell
gosh,
how
the
big they
penny
are.
comparison is insane. What?
There we go, dude.
Adam, you're starting to look like the sun.
Wait, yeah, why do you look so good now, dude? What happened? You went from blobfish to super giga Chad. How did that happen?
I look so
You're
good.
like Alec
You look
back in
amazing.
2014.
But this one had another idea. He was on the hunt for a new shell.
Wait, they don't grow with their shell? They have to get new shells?
Yeah, they
Maybe
have to
this one
upgrade.
would do.
You didn't know
Yeah,
that?
to
They're
entice-
Time for an
nomadic
upgrade.
creatures. They leave their home for a new home.
Okay, but how do the
really
shells get
strange,
there?
actually.
He put them in there. It's a simulation.
Snails can grow their own shells.
Yeah.
Wait, so those are like old snail shells that hermit crabs take over?
Or conch shells. They just take them over. Yeah, they basically move in. They're like they're hermit crabs. That's why people that are hermits go into other people's houses and then they just stay there.
Whoa.
Is this your first time learning about this?
Well, I didn't know that they were like old snail shells that the hermit crabs just took over. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's only a few different animals that can grow their own shells.
Where do you think they came from? Someone was just dropping them out of the sky?
No, that makes sense. I mean, turtles, they can grow their own shells. Snails, conches.
Yeah. So like if a hermit crab gets big enough, it could steal a turtle shell. Imagine that.
Exactly. It can actually make pretty much anything its shell. Sometimes they've been even known to make like plastic their shell. It's pretty neat.
That's cool.
A perfect fit. We'll use this shell as
It's a little
home
big there,
for
buddy.
many months to come.
How does it hold on to the shell?
It's got that
some
booty. It's
crazy
got that
By
butt.
dawn,
Elbows. Crazy
the
curly
snail
booty.
population began to boom.
Oh my gosh, they're
Whoa,
quick.
look at how
And
big
they're
their
moving
shells are.
fast.
Boom! Double chocolate cookie!
I never knew they were
taking
so
over
quick.
The rockwork, the
Sonic
glass,
snails.
and even began climbing out of the aquarium.
Oh my
that's
god.
not
Many
good.
of them
Wait, they left
harassed
the
hermit
enclosure?
crab.
He said,
They're
"All right, I'm
sleeping.
out. I'm a dip."
Was covered
It actually is
in
Nemo.
eggs. I had
that was
to
algae.
them. It was
Ugh.
time
What
to
the heck?
introduce a snail predator. Meet the
Yeah!
Yes, pistol shrimp.
Get
Why do
him!
you guys like pistol shrimp so
I
much?
added
What
him
the? I didn't know you were a
Because
pistol shrimp fan.
Way
Let's
better than
go.
normal shrimps.
He is completely.
He's the warrior of the ocean.
And the hermit crabs
But he's
may try
blind.
to eat him.
Oh, we got a matchup.
Seriously?
What do you guys got? Snail versus.
Whoa.
I mean,
well, the pistol
hermit
shrimp
crabs
has
versus-
access to pistol shrimp.
Are you gonna finish it? Or
I was teeing up Jack.
I got my money on the pistol shrimp. Look at this thing. Look at its eye. There's no way things with eyeballs like this is ever gonna win a fight. It can't see.
And you don't get a name like the pistol shrimp without being a predator. Come on.
But the hermit crab can just hide in its shell. Go.
Imagine losing to this thing. Look at him. His pupils are like diamonds. It's actually kind of cool.
I love it. Yeah, I'm getting lost in his eyes.
I would eat
He
it.
would never lose a staring contest.
I'm gonna hit play.
10
Adam's getting
to
weird.
1. He needed protection, and that is why.
Wait, why do
he
we
is
eat
not
shrimp, but we
alone.
don't eat hermit crabs?
These are goby.
Whoa.
They
Whoa,
have
what
incredible
the
Those are
heck?
awesome.
and will
Gobies?
protect
Dude,
him.
what camera does he have? This is
return,
insane
the
quality.
He's got that 8K super zoom cam.
He makes
But
everything look
after
so
adding
beautiful.
them into the tank,
Whoa.
they seem to have all
Wait, do they
vanished.
swim or do they climb?
But underground,
They're chilling
they were
underground.
building
They
a
swim. What kind of what?
How does he get that angle?
I don't know, man. That thing does not look like it is swimming.
That is so cool.
Wait, they've
Oh,
teamed
our
up?
shrimp's like
Oh, they're
protecting
teaming.
them.
Look, they're
They're
teaming.
teaming. They're teaming.
That's illegal. Someone report them.
They were safe.
That's like us three down there, guys. Alec, me, and Adam.
I'm assuming I'm the
Alex
shrimp.
is shrimp.
Of course.
The rock was looking barren. And
You're the
empty.
muscle.
It was time to introduce Coral. What even is
Carl?
Coral? They
Who's
may
Carl?
just look like
Carl
rock,
Weezer.
but with time, they begin to emerge.
They are insane. I don't know how this happens.
Dude, how long does he keep the camera on these things for him to get those shots?
Probably like a day.
No, he just like, I'm pretty sure he just like tells them like, hey, can you speed this up?
That's crazy.
I think these guys are paid actors.
Dang, get me that anemone. Oh.
And this
I wish
jewel-
I
He's
could
not
do
an
that.
anemone.
Imagine if you could just. Oh,
What?
I just want to be free.
Would you guys be an anemone for one day if you could?
What is Adam saying right now?
Imagine if you could just like sprout.
Oh yeah, and you're just like,
Jack
Adam,
gets
I
what
think
I'm
you
saying.
did that already. I think, Adam, you did that already. Look at you. You're like a
That's why
monster
you're
now.
growing. You're growing hair. Your hair is the anemone.
Look at how full it is.
Are there any fish in there?
Probably like dandruff and lice.
Many dandruff.
This might be my new permanent look. Guys, if this video gets 20,000 likes, I will be wearing this for every video.
I will permanently super glue that to his forehead. I will be a Darius Osiris.
Is no different. It is covered.
Oh, well,
in
it
a
has
home
tiny
to
little
a very
holes on it.
special kind of worm.
Just like Adam.
Christmas
Ew.
tree worms. They use
Wait.
colorful
Whoa.
feathers to catch food.
Wow.
passing by.
Wait, those are worms. That's not the actual
But when
plant.
they get scared,
The world is a crazy place.
What the heck?
disappear
What?
back into the
Bro!
They saw Adam without his
I
wing.
even added a few
Fish who will
This
use
is
the coral
crazy.
as a hunting ground and hide.
Did you guys see that dude's resting face? Wait, I gotta go back.
Hey,
Look at that.
are you
dude.
making fun of a fish right
added a
now?
few-
Look at his face. You see?
Why? It's not a resting face. It just is his face. They don't make facial expressions, Adam. That just is him.
That's that dude swimming in the ocean.
Well, if you think about it, his life is always on the line.
That's
It's
true.
live or die out there. Every single fish is probably schizophrenic, dude. They probably all freak out about every single. There's a little different current in the water. Ah, what is that?
Few fish who will use the coral as a hunting ground and hide out.
Ooh, that one's more elegant though.
Yeah.
That one
at
does
this
not
guy.
care.
But in the
It is a
evening,
peacock.
many of the coral began to close.
Ew, I don't like the way that they move. Makes
I
me
don't
uncomfortable.
understand these people.
I want to squish him. Does anyone else want to like
The
squish
fish
him?
went
Yeah.
into hiding,
No.
and night finally fell.
Oh, they're glowing.
I like this.
Whoa. For some reason, this is reminding me of Stranger Things.
I want to see the one
The
snail
tank
that
may
left.
look
Where is
empty,
he
so I
now?
got
What
it
is he
down.
doing?
He's on a journey.
No, he's dead.
You think
That's
he
so
made it
messed
to the
up.
bathroom?
No.
Oh, it's a
This
sardine.
snail is conquering the world right now.
Smell that fills the aquarium.
Ew, what is crawling on it? Ew!
It's gonna be the anemone.
It's the
Hey,
worm.
yo, they're coming out of their hiding.
Zombie snails.
Oh my
They
gosh.
are attracted to the smell of
What are zombie snails?
Where
What
have they
the-
been this entire time?
That's the elephant
Wait,
of the
are they
ocean. Look at how big
snails?
their nostril is.
Are
Pretty
they
soon,
zombies?
The
called a
anchovy was
trunk.
completely surrounded.
Do they even have
Oh
a
my
mouth?
God.
How are they eating this
What
thing?
is that sticking out the front?
I think they just
Even
go.
the hermit crabs.
What do they do with that thing?
All this commotion attracted something even bigger.
Whoa!
A leopard snail.
The daddy
It was a
snail!
snail-eating snail. And the
I did
top
not know there were so many
predator in
snails.
these-
What?
Did anybody realize that snails have trunks? Am I the first person to realize this?
I thought that's where it's eyeballs. I didn't know they had trunks either.
They have a third trunk.
Usually they have like eyeballs like this.
I also never knew that there were other snails. I thought there were just a snail, and that was it.
Apparently, there's 80 kinds of snails.
They got zombie snails, leopard snails, normal snails, and apparently this one eats other snails. This is crazy.
These snails have more skins than they do in Fortnite.
We can make a whole video about snails.
But in this case, he was just after the anchovy. He uses a retractable mouth.
Hey, hey!
Oh my!
What?
Hey!
Oh, what that tongue do?
Oh
That's not
my
a tongue, That's
god!
his mouth.
After
Well,
a few
the
hours,
same thing.
It was like nothing.
What that mouth
ever
do?
happened.
How did he eat that
By
with that
day
slobbery
40,
mouth?
life was in full swing.
There's our guy.
Meep meep.
I could watch this forever. This is so entertaining.
This feels like National Geographic.
The pistol
I just
shrimp
love the
spent
colors.
all
Dude, they
day
are still
cleaning out
teaming,
their
bro.
burrow.
They've
Stop
been in the
teaming,
hole
you're
for
cheating.
the entire time.
Look at him. If anyone comes in this
Meanwhile,
hole,
the algae
my
was
pistol shrimp will
growing
get you.
rapidly. It was outgrowing the tank.
We should
and
voice act
taking
these.
over the rock.
We need a new predator.
That is why I introduced
shit, this
a
is-
sea urchin.
Yes!
His whole life was on algae. But he stopped in his tracks.
What's wrong with Jack?
Who else is up? Who's the hermit crab?
This hermit crab became a little too curious. and
Adam, be
went
the
for
hermit
a
crab.
ride.
You say th- what is he saying though, Adam? What is he saying?
Still, something in the aquarium.
All right, let's
was a
stop. The
little
people are
bit
gonna click off, guys. We gotta stop.
Oh, sorry.
All the doors began to close, and animals became shelter. They were doing so for good reason. I was about to simulate
Oh my
a
God.
hurricane.
In the ocean? Is he insane?
Wait, oceans get affected by hurricanes? I thought that's just like on land.
Only toward the top, I
Doesn't it
guess.
just give them more water?
Alec, you are so dumb. Guys, comment down below.
Do hurricanes destroy the ocean?
Comment down below. That is maybe the dumbest thing you've ever said.
Wait, actually though, they might get electrocuted. Dude, fish die to electricity?
They do, yeah, if it's close by.
Oh my
The
god.
storm left behind a dust.
How would he even do?
The water
Lightning
column was filled
as a simulation.
with dirt and debris.
Put an
But all
outlet
of
in the
this
water.
debris was going to be food
my gosh.
for sponges.
Yes.
I don't understand the ocean. Like how?
I
What?
They
suck
use
you.
hundreds of holes on their body.
It doesn't make any
to filter
sense.
out the water.
Suck. Sucking.
What?
This sponge is not like the rest. It
I'm a fake
begins
sponge.
to move.
I'm not a real sponge.
This
I'm
one
a
was
fake
named
sponge.
Bob.
That's because it is a sponge crab.
I might look like a sponge, but I'm seriously a crab, guys. I'm a crab.
He will
Not a
not
sponge, I'm a crab.
Guys, I'm just like
It
you.
was still
Guys,
cloudy
who wants to play
and full
volleyball?
of debris.
I'm a sponge with
That is
arms.
why I added
Why do I never get
feather
invited to the
duster
team?
worms. They use these feathers on their head to filter and clean.
How are these alive?
But
These are
if
like
they sense
living
danger, they can vanish.
Whoa!
Why is everything so scared?
Yeah, everything
sensitive,
is so
dude.
scared. Oh my
Day
god.
72, the reef had become a refuge for many forms of life.
He picked the most colorful things in the ocean. This is the best.
I'm just imagining, like,
Dang.
what if people were kind of like that? What if they were like all of these like sea worms and like anemones that just get real scared? Like, imagine you're just walking down the street and everybody's like, "Ah! Ah!"
Isn't that kind of what happens? That's what happens with me. Is that not usual?
Now that happens to me sometimes when I'm walking in a bad neighborhood.
Yeah, what when Adam's walking down the street?
Watch out.
Get away from him.
Everybody goes back into their hidey holes.
Hey,
Yeah. This guy's got a stank eye though. Look at him. He's judging everyone that he swims by. He's,
Makes sense
He's
why
the
they're
judger.
scared.
Every animal has its own role to play, and every animal has its own
Nemo!
story to tell. For example, this sea slug was
Ew.
on a mission. I started with 3 of them, and now she is the last of her
What
kind.
happened to the other
But
ones?
it was not her fate
They died,
to
Jack.
die
They died.
alone. She climbed to the top of the aquarium.
get me out of here!
She
Dude.
created a spiral.
That is so many
Hundreds and
eggs.
hundreds of
Whoa.
eggs.
That's
Hopes of
thousands, bro.
raising the next
That's more eggs than
generation.
poops I have in a week.
Meanwhile, I decided to introduce an anemone. It is
Yes.
huge, it
Finally.
is destructive, it is a lot like my mother-in-law. Anemones are
Facts.
deceptively beautiful.
Reminds me of
Each
calls his
Alex
mother-in-law
Mom.
fat.
packs a lethal sting that it uses to hunt. Watch what happens if I give it.
No,
a fish.
what is he
Wait,
doing?
it
Is he
eats
killing? Do you think he's the one
fish?
killing these fish?
No,
No, he's
Walmart
buying them
does
like
it.
that, dummy.
Oh.
Wait, I didn't know anemones eat fish. I know that they were like poisonous to fish, but I didn't know that they eat them. That's crazy.
Everybody's got to eat, Alex.
It's pretty much those piranha plants, but like in the ocean.
The Venus
If
flytrap.
you die to one
The
of these
Venus
things, you're
flytrap.
trash. I'm
But
sorry.
it's an ocean Venus flytrap.
I thought Nemo lived inside of one of these things.
He does. The clownfish are immune to the poison of anemones. That's why they live in them, because it's like their own defense. So if any other fish tries to get them, they just hide in their little bubble, and then the anemone kills it.
Kind of like Alec and the basement. It shields him from the sun, so he can't get any more white.
Yes.
Right. And no one ever comes into my dungeon, because they know they'll get got if they try.
Exactly. He'll poison them with his gas.
That's why I make it stink so bad down here, so no one wants to come.
I tried.
come here.
I tried
Yes.
once.
Alec has his own mold farm in his basement, so nobody comes in.
It pulls the fish to its mouth,
Whoa.
where it will
Wow.
be swallowed whole. In a
Oh my
few hours,
gosh.
there will
I
be
have a new
nothing
fear,
left but
and
a
it is
pile of
anemones.
Wait, so does
The
it
other
poop it
fish
out?
Must be
That is
extremely
insane.
careful, or they will
Do
become
plants
a meal
poop?
as well.
It's like, you're not gonna get me. No.
But there is a fish that is
No.
immune to the deadly sting.
I know this now.
Meet the clown.
Nemo and Marlin.
They have a special slime coat on
Mar-
their
Mar-
skin
what's his
to
name?
protect
Marvin?
them from the anemone.
Who's the
Yeah,
Within
Marvin.
seconds of adding them in, they form an
Whoa.
unbreakable bond.
Did
The
you think he stole
anemone
them from the
protects
ocean?
They are in
clownfish,
love. Let's
and
go.
In return, the
That's a father and a
clownfish
son,
will
Adam.
feed and keep it clean. During the day, the tank seems like a peaceful paradise.
But what happened?
But at night, that's when
But
the
it's
gremlins
day
when they
after
introduce
night
Alec.
that all begins to
Dr.
change.
Plant at night.
He's adding something. I'm surprised these
All
animals
the
haven't
fish are
fought more.
hiding, and for good reason.
They all just hide.
I want him to
Come
add in,
on,
like a turtle.
get some action.
Something bad is about
I
to
Wait, what's
added
about
in
to come
some dead
out?
Shrimp to bring out the nightlife.
Uh-oh.
The
Uh-oh.
snails emerged.
Wow,
for
they
the
came up
ritual hunt,
real
and
fast.
so did something new.
Ew. Ew.
What in the world? Is that a starfish?
That's like when I bring Chipotle in the house and Adam is still sleeping.
Some
That's an alien.
animals are just better left a mystery.
That
So
is a
thing
horror.
from the movie Alien.
That is
Alien.
from a horror
That
movie.
is a
Are you
face
serious?
hugger. That is a face hugger.
It looks. Doesn't it kind of look like one of those whoopee cushions?
I don't think I'd sit on that though.
In the coming days,
kinda like a portable
something
butthole.
incredible was about to begin. But first, I want to tell you about our sponsor, BetterHelp.
No!
No, you don't.
No,
you don't.
No!
No.
They're canceled! They don't help people!
On day 94,
Oh.
the reef was ready for
It's
a
getting
new
real.
predator.
Stop adding
6
predators.
days
The hawkfish.
left.
No!
He is an
Yes!
ambush
Yes!
predator.
This thing is awesome.
He's got to stop adding
After
predators. It's
adding
too
him into
dangerous.
the tank,
Oh,
he
that is the
began
biggest fish
the hunt.
yet.
He looks like a little rat.
Rats do not have that short of
Oh,
a face.
yeah. Oh,
I feel like he got bullied in school and is now bullying other people.
Oh my
Kim
gosh,
up.
he's eating everything.
Alex sees himself in the
That is
fish.
enough food
Yeah, you
for
see?
today.
That was it.
No, he just burped. He just burped.
He just ate a little tiny fishies.
Yo, that one's got battle scars.
He has
That was
teardrops.
cool.
He's a
Now,
killer.
as the sun began to set, the coral put on a show.
Oh. That's how the fish see at night.
They light up the night to attract plankton.
How do they do that? You think they store the sunlight
There
from the
was
sun?
a feeding frenzy.
How does that even happen?
Ocean
They
vegetables.
were not the only ones to glow. The plankton do as well.
That
It
is
is
so
one of the
cool.
most breathtaking displays on our planet.
The
and
glow
it made
up
me
is
realize
crazy.
that coral reefs in the wild must be even more beautiful. Or so I thought.
This video took a turn,
Over
guys.
half
Oh,
our
no.
coral reefs are now nothing more than a graveyard.
But
The
Dr.
ones that
Plant
we
can
still
save it.
have left are fading into memory. But it is not the end. There is still hope.
This is my bathroom. And over the next
Whoa!
100 days, it will transform into a lush ecosystem.
Let's go.
This
Oh.
video is gonna be
And
awesome.
Sit
full of
down.
rare predators. We're gonna start by filling my bathtub with water.
Come on, baby.
I thought we needed soil.
Soon, there's
like
gonna
it
be
anymore.
real fish swimming in here. But then I got some terrible news.
Those are not real fish.
like this have silt rats, which can kill your ecosystem.
This just isn't gonna
No.
work.
Is that guy on
So
like
we're
a
at
like
IKEA
a
to pick up a
freaking
brand
IKEA
new one.
microphone?
And while we're out,
Who's that?
Adam's sealing our new bathroom.
This top
This is
should
looking
help
amazing.
waterproof the bathroom.
So there's toxins in the bathtub because of the soap, so they have to buy an entire new bathtub.
Correct. I guess I couldn't just clean it. Because then if you clean it, then you have to like bleach everything. And then bleach probably isn't the best thing to have in there either.
No, yeah, it's already infested, and clearly they care about the animals, which is very nice. She's a nice lady.
I wonder if they're gonna get like a glass bathtub so you can look into it from the side.
That would be.
But I've never heard of a glass bathtub before, so I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, you're a little brokey. Brokey.
You have a glass bathtub, Adam?
No, I would break that.
Adam's bathtub is made out of dirt.
Ooh, this
Whoa.
is coming together nicely.
There is a real
Ooh.
bug festival going on in here.
Oh my god.
It's already taking
oh
over
my
the
god,
bathroom.
that is
There you go, little
gross.
buddy.
Where did they come from?
This tub even has jets to massage our
There's no way
fish.
it actually just
I
said
can't believe I
thank you.
spent $500 to destroy
Oh,
my bathroom.
wow.
$500 on a tub?
Adam installed
So
these
she did
glass
not get
doors.
the glass
They should all
tub.
keep the humidity in. And we won't be needing these. The new bathtub looks fantastic. It even came with
Okay.
this nifty
I
tray.
agree.
Maybe we should just keep it this way.
No.
Wait, what's the point of putting all this thing on the ground? Like, why did they put all the soil and stuff on the ground if
It's
they're just gonna put a
to
bathtub
start
in
the
there?
ecosystem, man. Come on.
Yeah, you know, it's like putting a carpet down under your bed in your bedroom. You don't need it, but it looks nice.
They're setting the mood.
And also, how are they gonna keep all the bugs in there? Like, they're gonna
These
be
are
able to
great
get
questions,
out.
Alec.
Well, Alec, they're gonna have a glass door on the outside, and I think they're also going to plant plants in the soil that's at the ground level.
That's good predictions, actually. That's yeah. Honestly, now that you asked that question, Alec, you're dumb. It was an easy
knew
answer.
that.
I
already.
didn't want to say it.
I mean, I believe you guys.
We're adding rich volcanic soil to the tub. This
It's day
will
2
kickstart
already.
our ecosystem.
Took our whole day to order a
and
tub.
then there was water.
That's a lot of
Did I
rocks.
wait,
really
day 2's
just destroy
going.
my bathroom for this?
Yes.
This water seriously.
I would bathe in that.
The next day,
Wait,
we
Adam.
met the.
Ew.
That is perfect bathing water, right? Like, that is what you do.
Water's water, baby. It's 2024. Time to stay clean.
You sprinkle a little dirt in there, then it's perfect.
Don't act like you don't do that on the daily, Adam. Adam's all about doing the mud baths and putting dirt in his bath water.
Adam doesn't drain his bath water. He's been bathing the same water for the last 3 years.
It's all healthy bacteria.
You're forgetting about the third R in reduce, reuse. You're supposed to recycle it after a while, Adam. You've just been reducing and reusing.
I'm gonna have to study.
And reduking in there, too.
Okay, let's get back to the video.
Tails. Met the springtails.
I've never seen these things
are for the
before.
land.
They're
That is
honestly
gross to
kind of
put in your
creepy.
house.
They
I
will
thought
help
white
to
things
turn
couldn't
over our
jump.
soil.
She's not even putting him in the bathtub. Ugh.
That's
Now
what
we
I
have
was
the hard
saying. Like,
job
those
of
animals are
sitting
definitely gonna
around
get out.
and waiting and waiting.
And while we wait, can you spot these characters in some
Oh my
way?
God.
Yeah! Yes, I can!
Oh, wait,
I
let me
will
spot
definitely
him.
be on the lookout
Everybody
for
with your
that.
eyes peeled, comment down below and timestamp if you see it.
Until I looked closer.
My eyes will be peeled this entire
Testing
video.
the water to see if it's good for the fish.
Then I saw it.
Let me see.
We have
Is it my phone number? Oh, I'm just kidding.
life.
She
These
found the
microorganisms are already
microorganisms.
so hard at work in our ecosystem.
Mitosis.
And soon, our pond will be ready for real fish. And a huge package just arrived. We have over
Please be a crab.
$500 worth of aquatic plants and live moths for the bathroom. These will help to create
course.
oxygen and make our
is
ecosystem
coming together
habitable
very
for
nicely.
what's to come. Our first aquatic critters are these ghost shrimp.
Shrimp!
Creepies.
Whoa, they have cameras in the bathtub. That's pretty sick.
Shrimp has such good macros in it, I would eat all the shrimp.
So instead of getting a see-through tub, they got see-through shrimp.
Wait, I thought shrimp were like orange and pink.
That's when after you cook them, Adam.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my Adam! Seriously, do you have a brain?
Shrimp are actually like black and gray before you cook them.
If she's looking to exterminate her shrimp infestation, she can let me know and I'll be right there.
He's adding them in, you idiot. Why would she want to take them out?
What? Like maybe it's only for the video, then after she's done the video, she's like, oh, what am I gonna do with this shrimp? Boop, call me up, I'll be there ASAP.
She's not gonna call you. Get over it.
Don't make it weird, Adam. You're making it weird. I'm just saying I can help with the shrimp problem because I enjoy eating shrimp.
It's only day 9, okay? All right? We got to get to day 100.
And I'm
I don't know
adding
if I
these
can.
jellyfish eggs I got off Wish.
Off Wish?
Looks like dirt, but let's wait and see.
That's
We have
dirt?
a huge problem.
What?
Is it the
It
rocks?
definitely smells like an ecosystem, but it's missing a lot of key elements.
What is it?
At first, I tried adding in this driftwood, but it's just way too small.
Yeah, agreed.
Trash.
$300 later, and someone on Craigslist came to the rescue.
What $300 for wood? Wood is free! What are you spending $300 for?
All right, would you rather buy the wood or would you rather get your own wood?
I can find wood! I'm a survival guy. I forge wood, I forge dirt. You can forge these items for free. Why is she spending so much money? Where does
Well,
she
the
live?
problem with getting actual wood like from the forest is it could have a bunch of other insects already living in there that you're bringing into your ecosystem that you don't even know that you're bringing in. You could have an entire infestation of ants, for example, if you do that.
All right, relax, Ants Canada.
That is part of the ecosystem, though, right? She's building an ecosystem, so she might as well just commit to bringing in other creatures.
Should she wood or should she not?
I don't know.
Comment down below.
I'm a fan of this big wood, though.
To wood or not to wood, I would.
Look at these dinosaur-sized pieces of wood.
Gosh, I love the
They're
9
pretty
feet.
long.
That's tiny.
Let's screw them together and check this out. With
I've
the
seen
plant
bigger.
on here,
I've
it kind
never
of
seen
looks like
anyone
a tree.
screw together wood like that.
That is
Check out these
insane.
hitchhikers.
We have millipedes on the wood.
Oh!
How'd they get up there?
And look at our shrimp. They found food in the bathtub.
Wow.
These branches will be perfect for our new
Let's go.
friend.
What is
But now
that?
I could crawl straight
There's a
out
lizard.
of here.
So we're adding this mesh wall.
This is coming together nice.
I'm surprised in this
I'm
box.
loving this.
Behold, our roly-poly friends. These little guys are great for composting the soil. Let's get them settled into our ecosystem.
So many
Welcome home, little
isopods.
guys.
Little chicken nuggets.
So she has 2 ecosystems going on right now. One under the
Wait,
tub
what
and
is
one above.
riding the other one?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
that's
what's
what
wrong
they
with
do.
that?
What the heck?
Whoa.
Sometimes
What the-
you gotta become one with nature to truly understand your
Adam,
bathroom
this is what you were
ecosystem.
talking about.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna eat this. I even found a giant Harry.
Oh
Where
my
is
god,
she?
wait, aren't those is that not a
But
snapping
then I had to
turtle?
use the
No, that's just a tortoise.
Absolutely no.
What?
What was that bit? What just happened?
That was a good bit. That was funny. That was super funny. I'm so glad you did that.
Well, Alex, she had to kill a few days. You know, she had to let her ecosystem thrive and survive, and she had to do something in the meantime.
You know what she could have done while she was there? Get her own tree branches and earn $300. That's still making me mad.
Adam, you know more than everybody here. She can't do that.
I've been making my own ecosystem in my bedroom for the past 3 years.
Adam, bed bugs don't count as an ecosystem.
It's my ecosystem. I can do whatever I want with
expect it.
No sign from those wish eggs.
But our tub is teeming with bugs. So I'm adding our first
Does not look
predator.
like
Oh, here we
the
go.
guppy. Look at them get to work
How
on
is
our
a guppy a
bug
predator?
population. Way to go, guys.
This one looks pregnant.
And down
Okay,
below
that's
the
kinda
caves,
rude.
Our shrimp are
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
wait.
rude.
What if it wasn't?
Kinda
Did you
rude,
ask
actually.
it first?
That was actually a guy.
Just call them fat. Just be honest.
Yeah, that was ridiculous, actually. I'm unliking this video now. Just kidding. I would never do that to you.
But guys, I'm pretty sure that it's pregnant.
It actually is, but that's a shrimp.
The
This one
plants are
looks
starting
fat.
to turn crispy and brown.
No,
The
that's just
humidity and
Adam.
temperature aren't nearly high enough.
So I got us this special humidifier.
Oh, Alec has one of those.
That's really
Do I?
satisfying.
Whoa, look at all that mist.
Wow. Yeah, you have one of those in your butt.
The humidity is looking good.
I don't, but
This
that's
isn't
funny.
my first ecosystem.
He does. I've
Last
seen
year,
it.
I built this ecosystem
Yeah, he's got
for
swamp
Lucy and
butt.
Lemon. There are resident millipedes, roly-polies,
We're
and
only on day
huge
20. It's about to get
waterfalls.
insane.
It's self-sustaining and I barely have to do a
God.
thing.
She looks like she
Wait,
brought a whole
these
zoo
guys
exhibit.
before.
I was gonna say, like, if she just took a picture of that frame right there, I would have guessed she was at a whole zoo. That's insane that that is in her house.
Wow.
You think she's gonna keep it, like, forever? Or is she gonna take it all down when she's done?
Nah, she's keeping that. She's
what you
keeping
done?
it. It's like her best friend.
It.
That'd be so weird, though, to live in a house where you know there's, like, wild bugs and insects, you know?
I live with you.
I hate those. I get, like, a bunch of those million leg thing creatures walking around, and I kill every single one that I see. Because they're disgusting.
Murderer!
I'm calling PETA.
Is that mean to me? Should I not do that?
You're supposed to eat them, Alec. You're supposed to eat them. That's protein.
I'm not eating those things. Are you
He
kidding?
eats peanut butter.
That has nothing to do with anything.
That's
It
protein.
has everything to do with everything.
Now, I've seen some insane terrariums with plants all over the walls, but it's not really working in my bathroom.
It's impossible to stick to these slippery tiles.
Screws
Glue.
won't work.
Oh,
And forget about
try.
super glue.
yeah, nice
Yeah,
try.
yeah, nice
idiot.
try, idiot Alex.
Nah, she
Stupid.
did it.
Yeah, nice advice, Alec.
Freaking
These
dummy.
plant pockets will allow our plants
Whoa.
to breathe while distributing the
Wait
water.
a second. She's a genius.
That's actually
a wall
genius.
of plants.
Alec would have never thought of that.
She's
Perfect.
so smart.
Oh my
Oh
god.
man, there's like
actually,
a
how'd you know
billion
to do
baby
that?
snails in here.
Even though they're cute, this could be a problem.
So I'm hiring an assassin.
What
an
the?
assassin snail.
Let's see if he lives
That's
up
a
to his
real
name.
thing?
Our bathroom is
Is that
really
gonna kill the
growing.
other snails?
Today,
It's gonna
we
kill
welcome new
everything.
life. Introducing the minions.
Oh,
There must be over
yes.
50 of them zooting around.
Aww.
They better watch
Them
out for
little
those shrimp.
minions.
And check this out.
There are tiny roly-polies everywhere.
Otherwise,
I'm such a proud mama. Oh, and I forgot to mention, the assassin snails accomplished their mission. Except for this little guy. The plants keep trying.
Did they eat? What did they eat?
They
I think
killed
they killed the other snails.
Yeah, all the other
Oh my
snails except for the one.
god! Why is she like so happy about that? I would be sad.
That's why she hired the snail.
She put snails in there for other snails to kill the snails. That's so messed up.
It's a snail eats snail ecosystem, Alec.
Snails die every day, Alec. It's a brutal world out there.
Plants keep trying out, and I don't know why. So I did some research.
Maybe
Welcome
water?
to the rainforest, where it can rain up to 5 times a day.
Oh yeah, she has to make it rain.
I think you're right, Alec.
40,000 plant species alone. Okay.
Wait, isn't there? There should be a shower in the bathroom.
Oh.
Surely she can just turn it on and hey,
Yes.
have a field day with that. She can
Slay.
slay, pop
Go,
off queen.
slay, Alec.
Exactly, dude. I'm also starting to think she's not actually in the rainforest.
No,
Jack,
she's in the
that's-
rainforest.
Yeah, she definitely is.
She's wearing short shorts in the rainforest. That's so normal.
Don't make fun of her ever again.
I'm not. I
will end you.
She is.
So what she has to do is just turn on the shower and the plants will be fine.
That's
a
what
great
I've
idea,
been
Jack.
saying.
Now
I'm
Jack
bringing the
mentioned it first.
rainforest to us. Check this out.
Oh, wow. She took it one step further. Rainforest
Whoa.
system.
This is
She
the
is
most
so smart.
relaxing
Wow.
thing we've ever
I gotta
built.
get that for my bathroom.
I actually might try this with
And
my
I want one
bathtub.
of you to have your very own rainforest. So I'm giving away this terrarium kit.
It comes with everything you need to make your own ecosystem
pointed at me.
home.
I want it.
What does she need? What does she need? What does she need? She needs to subscribe probably. She needs just to follow her on Instagram, which I already do. Twitter, which I already do. Facebook, which I already do.
LinkedIn,
Email, which I
LinkedIn.
already
Don't
do.
forget about LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. I think I'm good. I probably have every single thing I possibly could.
I got her on DoorDash Messenger.
Yeah, if we have the messenger, I guess I can. But like, that's only if like she wants me to.
I made 79 email accounts and I'm spamming her until I win.
Chance to win.
A couple weeks later, and there must be almost 100
hygiene.
fish in here.
Actually,
If we
it's a
don't do
risk.
something, this tank could
I love the
completely
random
crash.
clips.
I've spent almost 2 months working on this. We can't fail now. We're here to
Okay.
find a predator for our food.
Hey,
finally,
yo,
let's go.
I know
So she's a
exactly who
predator?
to call.
Yeah.
Don't expose him like that.
Saltwater. These piranhas will cause way too much havoc.
Hey, Alex,
After some
Mom.
searching, I found the
Okay.
perfect
Stop! Why do you do that?
Hey, sorry, I gotta go, actually. Alex talking to me.
What does that even mean that my mom is a predator? What does that even mean?
She keeps calling, texting, emailing me on all 79 of my emails. I can't get her to stop.
Yeah,
She's
sorry,
blowing
my
up my
brother
line.
called. Sorry, my brother called. Yeah, he's weird. He's weird.
She said that.
insane.
Wait, Adam. She said she doesn't talk to you anymore.
What are you doing after this?
Wait, what?
All right, I'll call you.
pair. Let's get them back to the studio. Introducing Minnie and Melon, two
Whoa.
ferocious predators.
I told you they were
Not
pink.
really. They're
Shrimp
actually
are-
very cute.
are orange.
They should help control our
What
guppy
about the blue ones?
population.
I
Minnie
don't know about that.
immediately
Those are not
made a
shrimp.
burrow for herself, and Melon got straight
That
to
is
work.
Fireboy and Water
Our
Girl.
rainforest floor, our bathroom floor, really has come to life.
Oh my God,
and
she
a little
sprayed
too
them with-
quickly.
I don't know what they were on, but we're gonna need something for these bugs.
Today, I got
flame-
some air plants and even more live moss. This is really looking insane.
Wow.
And we can't forget to add this.
Now we have the calming sounds of the rainforest.
Of course.
You could have just put me in the
Our
corner.
ecosystem wouldn't be complete without one
that an
final
alligator?
predator. So I invited my friends lizards over for a free lunch. This
lunch?
is Larry.
Did you think that was an alligator, Jack?
Yeah, it's a baby gator.
Someone needs to get Jack some
Okay,
help.
we do not affiliate with Jack, by the way.
I'm just saying, guys, that's a baby gator.
We could call up Larry and he could be our third.
Yeah, I like that. Let's go, Larry.
Let's go, Larry.
And this is Leo. They will help keep the insects under control in our ecosystem.
Let's go. Oh my
This little
gosh, they already
guy
got a
will grow up
kill.
to be
Go
over
ahead,
6
Larry.
feet long.
One
Go
kill.
ahead,
We
Larry.
have 10 days left, and honestly, I
Wow,
can't
it's so
believe
pretty.
my eyes.
From our family of guppies to our new lizards, life is teeming in every corner. Just look at this place. I can't believe we created this
It's so
together.
awesome in
One of
there.
my favorite
Wow, it's so
games to play is
colorful.
Find the Lizard.
I
It's
almost
crazy that she
never
hasn't
win.
showered in 95
We've
days.
reached day 100.
Wow, that's actually
That's a good
great
point.
She probably stank.
Yeah.
She probably stank.
And she's in the rainforest too.
This rainforest really smells bad, guys. Really smells bad.
That's awesome. Nice.
I now
Match made in
shower at
heaven
my
for you,
friend's
Adam.
house, and the lizards have full reign of the bathroom.
Whoa.
Today we're turning my bedroom into a real desert. Starting now,
Yo,
over the next 50
Jack,
days, it'll transform.
I haven't seen you this excited for a video in years.
This is my favorite channel of
New
all time.
weather patterns, have secret hideouts, and so much more.
This
Wait,
is
what?
incredible.
And at
Why
the
is there a
end,
secret
you'll
hideout,
see a rare
though?
predator.
What is
We're gonna
that?
need a lot of sand to pull this off.
Day one, baby.
Like
That is
way
not going to
more
be enough sand.
sand. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
This is such a bad
Mr.
idea.
Sandy Cheeks.
Soon, my bedroom will be home to 10 different species, including
How is she ever gonna get this out of her bedroom?
She's not, Adam. This is a lifelong commitment.
Apparently.
Leche, my friend's lizard that I'm babysitting
Whoa.
next month.
Leche, that means milk.
It's time to add our first roommates.
This feels so
Isopods.
wrong.
She always adds in
These
the bugs
are
first. It's
isopods,
gross.
or as I like to call them, the Doom Diggers. Good luck out there, squad.
Wow.
I'm gonna leave him a tiny present right here. There is
An
sand
apple?
everywhere.
That is not an
It's
apple.
already in my shoes and in my hair, but then things got worse.
You can't just put
Okay, wait a second, guys. Do you think that she's sleeping in there with all of the bugs?
Yeah, Jack, it's her bedroom. What do you think? She's gonna just fake it? Come on.
I would sleep in there.
Yeah, you gotta commit to the bit.
Yeah, but that's a long time, guys. 50 days? That's a long time with a lot of bugs.
Well,
it's kind of scary.
Let's see what our guy Dr. Plant has to say about it.
You can't just put sand in your bedroom and call it an ecosystem. You're gonna need cacti, rock, and so much more. Good luck.
Let's go, Dr. Plant!
Maybe an Alex.
Dr. Plant's a goat.
This place has so many plants.
Oh my gosh, cacti are so expensive.
That's
Whoa!
all. Dude! Everything she buys is so expensive. $750? Just go to the desert. I'd rather take a plane. You could take a plane, go to the desert, get a cactus, take another plane, go back.
Are you guys not seeing the business opportunity we have here? Let's all move to the desert and round up 1 million cacti and then sell it for $1,000 each.
Actually, imagine.
We're
like,
gonna be rich.
If we just got 1,000 cacti, we could be millionaires.
Perfect. Double chunk chocolate cookie.
We'll sell it for $748.99, undercutting our competition.
That's
That'll get 'em.
economics.
Don't escape into Jamie's house. And I'm also cooking up some cactus soil.
Bon appetit.
It's time
Who
to
is
get
that guy?
planting.
Adam, that is her Australian friend named Brody. Okay, he is an animal and ecosystem expert.
Get out of here, Brody!
I have no idea who that man is.
Cacti are no joke.
Ow.
When
Oh.
I was a kid,
gosh,
I
careful.
always wanted to go to the
Careful,
desert.
Jamie.
But the closest
Me too.
one was a plane ride away. So today, I'm bringing the desert into my bedroom.
That's super smart. She's only on day 3 and things are coming together.
So sharp.
One wrong move in here could end in
Ooh,
disaster.
careful, Jamie.
I made it.
Oh, nice.
The next day, we welcomed the spring kids.
Can't believe she slept in there.
Springdale.
These little guys are tiny but mighty.
Little jumping
and love
bugs.
eating garbage.
Look, the Dune Diggers found their apple.
Silly dune diggers.
Now we have the
Do you guys think that she participates in the ecosystem? Do you think that like she's kind of just like in there, like looking around for predators and stuff, and like
It's like she poops in there to
yeah? Do you think
fertilize
that she
the soil?
like digs a hole and she poops for the isopods, of course, for their natural nutritional values and such?
I mean, if she's not doing it right. That's all I'm saying. That's what I would do. That's why I poop in my own room right now for the ecosystem.
You guys ever shut up? What are you guys talking about? Are you insane? Are you actually crazy?
On camera, admitted to taking poops. Alec has a poop corner in his room. Confirmed.
Okay, we know that, but don't ever say that she's not doing it right by not pooping in her own thing. Who cares? Oh my gosh, she put an apple in there to feed her little insects. Gosh,
was
get
not
off her
an
back.
apple.
Yeah, but they need a little dessert.
and waiting. And waiting.
That's what
and
Brody's
waiting.
there for.
What is she waiting for?
For the
And
ecosystem
Wally,
to go.
Can you spot these characters sitting somewhere in this
Oh my
video?
gosh, we totally missed them last time.
Okay,
Our
guys, keep your
bedroom
eyes
is
peeled.
alive.
It's really hard to focus
We have an unexpected
on
roommate.
things in the
This
background.
is not supposed to
Wow,
No, wait,
where did
no,
that come
no,
from?
no, that is not unexpected. I would be freaking out. I would burn my whole house down if that's unexpected.
Sparky,
That
Sparky,
doesn't
Sparky.
just pop out of nowhere.
Well, maybe she lives in like Australia where spiders like that are literally everywhere.
How about she burns down the house? Just an idea. Hear me out. Burn it down.
I wonder where she does
Burn
live.
it.
I don't know.
Burn down the house.
Sparky.
I've burned down houses over tinier
He may look
spiders.
scary, but he's actually pretty harmless. I made him his own bedroom so I can sleep in mine.
He's in
Okay,
prison.
look, that's
I just
actually
realized
smart.
deserts are hot and my bedroom is not.
So let's turn up the heat.
Alec can change that.
That's what I was saying. It's gonna get real hot in there.
We have
It's gonna get real hot in that bedroom.
Guys, the insects have made it to her pillows.
No, where's she still gonna sleep now?
Well, that's totally normal. They say that you ate spiders in a lifetime in your sleep.
But her numbers are going to skyrocket.
Here we go with the day.
They say that, dude. Yeah, well, you know, isopods, spiders, same thing. And
It's
plus,
all protein.
it's protein. Yeah. At the end of the day, you're getting your protein in overnight. Like, who cares?
I think I hate Alec. I actually do.
Oh,
I can't take this guy
Adam,
seriously.
come on.
We have a big problem.
It is
Yeah.
so hot in here.
Well, no duh, you idiot! You didn't put the heater on!
Everything will die.
What could you
She's gonna
possibly
die!
do?
Somebody help her! Help her!
So I added a desert oasis. This
Oh
is
wait, no,
so
she's fine.
correct.
I saw it first.
That
Adam
was the
missed
easy
it.
one, though.
Adam missed the snake, therefore he does not get entered into the giveaway to be in her next video. Sorry,
Dang it.
Adam. We saw the snake, you didn't.
I was trying to save her from the
And
heat.
we're adding a few shrimp to our
She's
heat.
fine. Yeah, she got like a
Apparently,
water
there's
fountain.
a hard snake coming
Look,
up later.
They're already getting to work. A few days later, the bug population exploded.
Wow.
This is a millipede.
Oh
It
my
started
gosh.
young,
Disgusting.
it doesn't really have
Absolutely
1,000 legs.
disgusting.
It only has about
Imagine
200.
like trying to
The
find
bedroom
pants if
floor
you're
is
that thing.
thriving.
But the rest of my bedroom looks kind of lame. So I'm in the real desert.
How'd
for
she do that?
inspiration.
Hey, yo! Here
What
we
is
go.
she looking for? Inspiration?
Dude, look at how many
Okay.
cactuses there are.
Someone
Cacti.
geoguess her right now. Someone geoguess her right now.
The Valley of Death.
I would go Arizona, right outside Vegas.
Yep, Nevada.
All right, let's
Got
check. How do we even check if we're right or not?
Pretty sure she like had a graphic with it like 2 seconds ago.
Inspiration.
Oh.
Jack cheated.
In the desert, there's almost no shade.
Now this is
Just
what
go
our
under a
bedroom should
rock.
look like.
Oh my god, there's a whole eagle.
Look at how many
Did you know
cacti there are.
Over 2,000
That is
And you spent $750 on a cacti! They're all right there!
$1 billion worth of cacti in 2 seconds.
Now she's making me angry.
Well, the thing is, cacti, though, is how a lot of animals out there get their water supply, right?
Okay,
I'm pretty sure that
continue.
it is.
So if you go out there and you destroy all the cacti, then you're killing a lot of animals, too. Which,
I
that's
guess
not
you're
cool.
right.
That's not cool, dude. You can't do that. No,
Yeah.
not cool.
Alec makes a good point.
No, she makes a terrible point because she's taking the cacti to make new life. So it's a life for a life. So it would even out.
Did you just say she when talking about me? Adam.
Ow.
Oh,
Ow.
why does she keep
Not
doing
go
this to
Oh my
herself?
god.
Oh my gosh, guys. She needs a
But the
strong,
desert
independent man
comes
to help
alive
her.
at night when the temperatures
She
drop.
just wants attention.
You guys,
This special light will help us see desert animals.
What is she out there in the dark by
She's
herself
looking for a new predator.
Whoa, careful, Slippy!
I would be
Building
terrified.
up our ecosystem.
Whoa.
Wait till you see what I'm painting.
Good move.
Blue.
And while I paint, I want to tell you about today's sponsor.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Jamie,
Get out of here. No, you don't.
Jamie, get that bag, Jamie. Get that
Get
bag,
this out of
Jamie.
here. Get
Do
this
get
out
that
of here.
bag. You gotta
Get that bag, Jamie.
Slay Queen, pop off. Get that bag.
That bag, girl. Get that bag.
Everything Alex says just makes me infuriated.
Well, actually, let's watch the sponsor. Go ahead. We
Get
support
that bag,
Jamie.
girl.
We support Jamie. Go ahead.
You guys
Go
are
ahead,
the
girl.
worst.
Slay Queen.
colors, but I have no idea.
Oh, wait, that was it. That was a
Luckily,
quick sponsor.
Aria,
Oh, never mind. Go ahead, girl. Pop off.
Let's ask it what
She
we should
probably
do.
is
I'm
like,
installing Opera GX right now.
I completely forgot about cacti.
I'm gonna be honest.
You can ask-
I'm gonna be honest. That paint job looks terrible. That is not good. I'm a big supporter of Jamie and her belief in her aspirations and goals and her very good ecosystems. I am not a believer in her career as an artist. Though.
Why does it sound like
terrible.
this is like the first sentence you've ever tried to form? Why? What are you struggling
It's just
for?
really hard. My brain is slow at the moment.
I think Alec forgot how to speak and maybe his last name.
It's tough for me to breathe right now. But my point stands. What is going on? That is not a good mural. I could do better.
All right, she's not done. Holy crap, let her finish.
Mr.
Right.
Critical
Oh
over
my
here.
gosh.
Fine,
Now,
fine, fine.
you're the one sitting in your chair by yourself with no friends at 5:56 p.m. and you're telling her how to paint a wall.
You're on Twitter like, this girl sucks. She
You
sucks.
are such a Twitter finger freak.
No, I'm a big Jamie fan. Big Jamie fan.
No, you just lost any chance you had of being friends with her.
Well, that's
No!
the thing. Alec is her biggest critic because her biggest critics are her biggest fans. He just cares so much. He's got to tell her how it is.
That's definitely what it was. Thank you, Jack. Always
No
got my
problem.
back.
I want her to do the spin move again. That was cool.
Just let
She
Alec
got
keep
some nice
talking.
transitions. All right.
Yeah,
That
and
cacti,
it'll give you
it needs to
clear
be
answers
green.
right away. Let's
already said
ask
that.
her another
I think
idea.
she's doing great,
What
actually.
is that?
Maybe
It
she's
wouldn't be a
colorblind like
desert
Logan
without
Paul.
a burning hot sun and a few
That was fake,
clouds.
actually.
Oh
And
my,
Aria's
no, that
highlight
was,
tools
come on.
You can learn more about each
Jamie.
topic.
Oh wait, no.
Stick to animals.
Oh wait,
the
Sparky's about to eat that cricket.
Sparky boom boom.
I can't believe we just decorated my bedroom with AI.
Whoa. Wow, she made
So
that?
click the link
Okay.
below to download Opera Desktop today.
Okay, I
I think
will.
it's too dry in here.
Let's take a couple samples and investigate. Leche
she
is
can
coming
do that?
over soon, and we need this to be perfect.
Leche. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's the
The
bearded
water
dragon.
sample looks great and is full of life.
Oh, perfect.
Whoa, what is that?
What is
Those
that?
pinworms?
No, that's an
But
amoeba.
the sand sample is a different story. Even with the
Where'd
ocean,
she get
the desert
those?
is too dry.
Welcome to the
Whoa!
Desert Weather
She came out of
Report.
nowhere.
And today, we're
Jump
expecting
scare.
a huge thunderstorm.
Where is she?
Okay, thunderstorm,
Wait.
no,
Since when are there thunderstorms in the desert?
all the
Does that
time,
happen?
Alec,
All
all
the-
of the
all the
time.
No,
time.
actually,
Yeah.
for real?
7 times a year. Yeah, they don't happen too often, but they do happen every once in a while.
How do you think the cacti survives? It needs to collect the water and hold it.
Yeah, I guess it's got to rain at some point. But there's a lot of sandstorms, so what they should do is get like a leaf blower and have Adam run in there and just start blowing the sand everywhere. Ah!
He
This
does
is
not need the
crazy.
leaf blower.
Just give me a whole bowl of Chipotle. Let me go crazy.
Just start tickling Adam's nose with a feather. Oh my god.
Start sneezing. Oh my god.
I would just go in 360. I'd make a tornado. Sandstorm!
Why do we make videos with him? Why is he invited to anything that we do?
Editor, please do not add a sound effect there.
Just
Help me
make him look
out.
as dumb as you possibly
Put
can.
me out there, man.
Jamie's gonna watch this, so make Adam look super dumb. Oh my jump
Adam
scare.
programmed weather patterns. We finally have rain.
Oh
Our
wow.
plants and animals finally have some relief.
I'm starting to
And
think
this
she might
time,
not be
it's on a
sleeping in
timer.
there anymore.
You see, a couple months ago, I turned my bedroom into a jungle.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Oh guys, we gotta watch this one.
But it
I
got
like that
super
video
moldy,
too.
and I had to take it down.
Oh. That's
Over the next couple of weeks,
Wait, so she does like gut her ecosystems after she builds them. So what does she do with all the animals in there then? Jamie?
She probably, Alex, she probably has like a giant zoo in her backyard for all of the animals, and then she uses them for different videos, okay? I do not trash Jamie right now. Jamie is my favorite YouTuber.
Don't tell me she flushes them down the toilet.
Put a lid on it.
No, she would never do that, Alex. She loves animals.
I used to like Jamie, but now I'm getting a little sussed out here.
Oh my gosh.
everything flourished. The shrimp are keeping the oasis clean, and the bugs, well...
Oh my
they're crawling
gosh.
up
Those
and
bugs
into
are
my bed.
bugging.
and there's sand between my sheets.
Oh!
Ew.
There's no way I can sleep in here.
So I made
She's
these
getting like a
special
rash
steps.
on her arm.
That does not seem safe.
Bugs are still climbing up.
That's a pretty good idea,
This is
actually.
like Step Brothers
Ooh,
when
she
they made
should
the
just
bunk
get
beds.
off.
We're gonna create an acrylic enclosure for your bed.
Who is this guy?
Whoa!
You have your own desert den.
That would be
Let's
amazing.
get to work.
Oh,
That's
wow.
actually a great idea.
I actually genuinely could use one of those for my room because I'm pretty sure I have a lot of bugs crawling all over me at night. It's bad. It's getting real bad. So maybe I will invest in that.
You should
Or
just-
maybe I'll ask Jamie how she did it, and then
You should put
she
like
can
a
build one for me.
You should put a hidden camera there, and then like you could record your own 50-day ecosystem.
I'm thinking either way, Alec, we should commit your bedroom to our own ecosystem. You're already halfway there.
Yeah, you don't have to do much.
I'll message you on the side, but guys, if this video gets 10,000 likes, we'll prank Alec with something like that.
See, the difference with me though, I sleep naked, so I don't know how that's gonna
Perfect.
go.
You will be our first animal in the ecosystem.
Looks like the spider has somewhere to make their cave.
Whoa, what is? Oh my god, that is gross, but
And the
hilarious. Yeah, there's a lot of space in there.
Who wants you to ramble?
What was that, Jamie?
Need help,
If
Jamie?
the wood doesn't line
Alec,
up
quit yo
perfectly,
yapping.
bugs will get in while I'm
That
sleeping.
is so
and this would have
tiny.
all been for nothing.
Yeah, she's not that
To make
big.
sure it's a real
That's true.
hideout,
She's
I
5'2".
killed
There's
one.
no way she
3/4.
fits in there. That's so tiny.
No shot you would fit
And
in
while
there.
our paint dries,
I wouldn't.
I'm giving away another ecosystem kit.
And set up an epic perma-carbon closure.
That's gonna be us, guys.
So comment your chance to win.
And here it is.
Wakanda
Now,
forever!
it's super close to the action.
She's safe now.
Without disrupting our little ecosystem.
This is so weird. I feel like a lizard in here.
Doesn't
It's
look
getting dark,
comfy.
and I just realized we forgot something.
This will project the entire galaxy above us. Did you see that shooting star? Make a wish.
Oh, I get it. It's because in the desert, there's no light pollution, so you're able to see all the stars.
Everyone make a wish. 3, 2, 1.
I wish for everybody watching to subscribe.
Wow, I had a completely different wish.
Yeah. Wow, it did not come true. She is nowhere to be seen.
Beautiful sunrise.
Mrs. Santa
Waking
Claus.
up to this is so cool.
Our desert den looks awesome, but it needs something. How about some pillows?
Okay.
Oh yeah, this is much
That's
better.
actually comfy.
How
You
does
can't
she
forget
fit?
my favorite snack. Now,
actually
I don't have to
pretty
leave in the
cool.
middle of the night.
I even
How
have
does she
Netflix so I
breathe?
can chill.
But my
She
favorite
Netflix
is
and
this
chills in
camera,
there?
so I can see what's going on.
That's the hard one. How is that level hard?
Oh my god, I
That was the
spotted
easiest
it.
one.
Spotted it.
Guys, you do know these are just for engagement tricks.
What?
You do
Got
know
me.
she doesn't actually
Got
care if
me.
you
I'm
spot 'em or not.
commenting 7:35.
No, don't.
telling me
actually,
I
you don't
got
have to-
tricked?
Yeah, you guys just got tricked to watch to the end.
Oh no.
I'll start it.
I would have watched till the end either way.
You guys just got played.
I'm locked in. I'm dialed right now.
We made it to day 50. I can't believe how good this looks.
Let Jay is
Yeah,
here.
me too.
Let them free!
Oh,
Let the beast free! Oh, he's already eating!
Found dinner.
Oh!
That boy is fat.
He's coming in hungry. He's the king of the desert.
That is a great enclosure for a
The
lizard.
king of the desert.
I said that. I said that.
Let Jay loves salad. He's so cute.
Ew.
Wow.
It's time to say goodnight.
Good night,
That actually came together so
Lachey.
well.
This is my childhood
Good night,
dream
Jamie.
come true. It's so magical with the moon and stars out there.
I think Leche's
I don't even know how I would sleep if I was in there.
30 days ago, I built a functioning beach ecosystem in my room. Throughout the month, these coastal plants and animals have evolved to survive the
beautiful.
harsh seaside environment. I even simulated intense natural disasters to see how the animals would react. Despite starting as a lifeless desert, it was able to transform into a thriving, colorful
Hermie
beach.
crab, shrimpy.
But to understand how, we need to go back to
Fishy.
day one, where I got my
This guy is
tank,
clearly a fan of
materials,
Dr.
and
Plant.
some plants. I started by laying out the base of the beach with sand, and then I added in salt water.
That's smart. It's a beach.
Do you guys think he's gonna add sharks?
Maybe.
Like a great. What if you put a great white shark in there?
It is a 3-foot long tank. It can't fit. Even a baby would be too big.
You're thinking about it too much. I'm just saying, what if? What if?
I can't not think about it. Yeah, it would be kind of cool if he had like a shrinking device like Dr. Doofenshmirtz and then could just shrink them down.
Yeah, dude. If he did, what if he put a great white shark in there, shrunk it down, and then put people in there?
What are you
shrunk
guys
them down?
talking about?
Actually, fun fact, great white sharks have never survived in captivity. Not even one. They always died.
Until now. Stay
I
tuned.
know, isn't that weird? Every other shark can be in captivity, but a great white.
Why don't they just feed him? swim?
They do. They don't eat. They literally just like don't do anything. They stop swimming and then they die.
Wow. They must be free or else they die. Anyway.
Back to the beach.
Despite the ocean being cloudy at first, after just a few
Ew, it
hours,
looks like
the
milk.
salt was able to fully dissolve in the water, leaving it ready to add
Nice
our
clear
marine
water.
plants.
Ew, what is
I
that?
started with some basic
Seaweed. It's a
rocks
plant.
and seaweed. Then
Why
for
was
the
it, like,
land, I added
bubbly?
in a piece of wood, a bunch of tiny shells, and
I
I
like
put
it.
moss in the back
hermit
to
crabs are gonna eat
represent
them
a
up later.
seaside forest. The beach's
Oh.
foundation.
That is a lame seaside forest. Look, these videos are awesome, and I respect how much time and effort that they put into it. Like, seriously, kudos to you, hats off. That seaside forest is trash, though. I gotta be honest. I'm just saying.
Alec
You
is
may
a
as well
hater.
not have it. You may
Alex
as
a
well not
hater.
even put it there.
Alex a hater, and he couldn't do any better. If this video gets 10,000 likes, he'll try it.
Alec is on Twitter. He's putting hate comments. He literally will never do it in his entire life.
Tara Green, if you're watching this video, you're literally I'm one of your biggest fans, and I love your videos. That is a terrible beachside forest, though.
Were you about to tell him that he was your biggest fan?
Tara Green, you were one of my biggest fans, but also you have a terrible forest as a beach.
But everything still felt empty and
I
lifeless.
like it, Tara
It was
Green.
time
I
to
enjoy
add
it.
in our first creature.
A
This
shell.
may just
Hermit
look like
crab.
a shell, but in reality, it's
Let's
much
go.
more. It's a protective home to keep its inhabitants safe.
Aw.
This hermit crab's like, wait a second, I'm not in a
After
cage?
surveying
Oh, look at
its
his little
body
eyeballs.
charm, the
They
critter
spooked me out
felt
a little
safe
bit.
enough to fully come out and reveal himself. A hermit crab. The
Hi,
crab
Mr.
immediately
Hermie.
went up and put his back against the wall
Hello.
in order to spot any potential predators. Despite
Smart
their name,
little hermit crab.
crabs are actually very social animals. So in order to
Oh,
make
I
the
did not
crab
know
more
that.
comfortable, I added in a nice friend for him. The second hermit crab was shy at first.
Adam and I had hermit crabs as pets when we were younger, and one of my hermit crabs ripped the arm off of another hermit crab.
They were just wrestling. They're very social.
I don't think Adam could ever be a hermit crab because if Adam was a hermit crab, he would get too fat and he would get stuck in his shell. Sorry, that has nothing to do with what you just said.
We will nickname this hermit crab Alec.
Everything seemed to be going well,
Oh,
so I decided to
backflip.
leave the ecosystem by itself for
The
a few
ecosystem. It's 2 hermit crabs.
By day 4, the hermit crabs were still thriving together and had
What do they
established
eat?
their spot on the
Each
beach
other.
behind the log. But over and under the ocean, there was more life starting to develop.
What
Not
is
only had
it?
the plants started to grow,
Algae.
but earlier that day, I had added another form of life.
Krill?
Oh, it's a goby fish.
Actually-
it's a goby fish.
Nice.
Oh.
I love
Yeah,
those
they
fish.
build their own
Little
homes.
goby fish were swimming throughout this part of the ocean that they called
Those
their
guys are
home.
cute.
They hawk Tua.
Aw.
Look, hawk
What the
Tua.
heck? Oh, they like clean
But
the
these
rocks?
are not just normal
They build
fish.
homes.
No, they do it. They dig it with their mouth and then spit it out. So they're a human shovel.
Hold on. Doesn't this mean that they're like an advanced species because they're able to adapt their environment? They can build their own homes. Doesn't that mean like that they're using technology?
Yeah, don't like every
Yeah,
animal
that's
ever,
most
don't
birds.
they
build shelter.
build nests
No.
or homes or
Yeah.
holes or shelter?
Like
No.
They build their own web. Squirrels make a little home inside of a tree. Beavers
Can
build
you just
wood.
roast Alec in the comments?
Yeah, but sorely that means it's like an advanced species of fish because they can build a house. No other fish build houses.
Just because you can't build a house doesn't mean that a dumb animal can.
That fish is more advanced than the 3 of us combined. We have never built a house. That thing just did it in 30 seconds.
But
I love the
these are
sound
not
effects.
just normal fish, as these gobies have the special ability to scoop up mouthfuls of sand,
They're like
filter out
Pokemon.
the food,
So many
and then
nuts.
spit the sand back out.
So it
This
is for
goby
food.
here used his ability to
Oh.
dig himself out a little home under a rock.
He's building a home.
He just
Smart.
said he does it for food.
Well, it's
Not
multitask.
only does this give the fish a tasty
He's not eating
meal,
rocks.
but it plays a
2-for-1
crucial
special.
role in cleaning the sand of our ocean and helping the entire
Smart.
ecosystem become self-sustainable.
Wow.
I left the
Ecosystem is
beach
a stretch
alone
right
over
now.
The next few days, and when I came back on day 9, I noticed a problem. The animals
hermit crabs are
and plants
dead.
were all fine, but hidden on some of the glass, early signs of algae had started to grow. While it wasn't much, if left unchecked for a while, it could lead to an overall decrease in water quality for the entire ocean.
Is that fish dead?
This is horrible.
What animal cleans algae? Pop quiz.
Suckerfish.
I was gonna say a starfish. Comment down below.
How are you gonna pop quiz us if you don't know the answer?
Well, we're about to find out. He's about to tell us.
Suckerfish.
I didn't talk about your dream fish that you want to swim with. I talked about to clean the algae.
Dolphin.
Now,
you-
of
thank you,
course,
Jack.
I could just clean it myself, but that's boring. So instead, I have
bleach?
another plan.
Oh, it
I
might
went
be a
out
snail.
and bought 5 of these Astrea snails. with
Hey, who gets
beautiful
snails?
looking shells.
Snails!
Nice.
And I let them
Snails!
loose into the sea.
I had
one
snails
by
when I
one.
was younger.
These these snails love eating algae, and when left alone, they will simply go around cleaning the entire tank. There is
Yummy
one problem with
algae.
snails, though, and that is they are sort of known for being extremely slow.
That's right.
So to help
No,
us clean up
really?
any algae that shows up, I'm also
Same.
gonna add in another creature that eats algae.
What is that?
Introducing marine hermit crabs. Now,
Say
you may
what
be
now?
Thinking we already have these on the beach.
Wait a second. Are all hermit crabs not marine hermit crabs?
Well, no, because some live on land.
Yep, some land, some water.
But how do they do that?
It's like sea turtles and regular turtles, Jack.
It's a tortoise and a turtle.
This one's a hermit, the other one's a crab. It's really
Yeah.
not that
Jack,
complicated.
it's simple
They're
stuff
both
here.
hermit crabs. They're
Please.
both hermit crabs.
I can't watch these videos with Jack anymore. He literally knows nothing.
Guys, I am bringing up facts. Alec just said one's a hermit, one's a crab. What are we talking about?
That's
You
a
just don't
fact.
get it.
Beach. But the truth is, these are actually incredibly different from the hermit crabs
Thank
we
you.
have on the land. For one, they're like 30
Roasted.
times smaller.
Yo!
And
Oh my God,
two,
it's
these
tiny.
guys need to live underwater and survive
Interesting.
off eating algae.
That shell's way
While
too
on
big.
the other hand, the hermit crabs that live on the land eat moss and these little pellets. The newly
That's
added
cheating.
marine hermit crabs will do a great job at fitting between the cracks of rocks and accessing places that the snails might miss. Plus, these crabs are faster than the snails.
That's good.
Okay, maybe they're not even that fast. By day 14, the ecosystem was starting to look very cool with all sorts of different life forms. But one issue that I started to notice was in the moss that was supposed to represent a seaside forest. Over the days, the moss had started to grow at a
I told
rapid
you,
pace.
it's
now
getting
it's
Oh, it's
bigger.
bigger.
growing.
Getting
It's growing.
overrun. So far, I hadn't introduced many animals to the land portion of the beach, so this was the perfect opportunity.
I think he's gonna introduce a cricket.
You
Just said
literally
that.
just
He
saw-
literally just said that.
And
I
you
guess
just saw
that-
it.
He just said that. It says it on the YouTube video too. It says crickets.
You guys know what to do.
No, actually, great job, Adam.
W Dirt Boy.
Great job. You were literally so dumb.
Crickets.
Oh,
Crickets!
Insects
Crickets!
Wow, Adam.
Not only do
Chirp,
they
chirp.
love to eat
Genius.
moss, but they also wouldn't interfere with anything in
Crickets
the water.
can't swim.
I added in a couple around the mossy area, and they
How do you
got
know that,
straight
Jack?
to work eating the excess moss.
Wow, those guys are.
Wow, they're
But-
getting
guys,
it.
what do you
All you
think
can eat
crickets
buffet.
eat? What do you guys think crickets eat? I think it's moss. I think that they eat moss. What do you guys think? Do you get it? Because that's what Adam just did. That's literally what Adam just did.
I can't say for sure what crickets do and do not eat.
I'm not a cricket, so I can't answer that.
One of the crickets had made a mistake. He had wandered onto the sand towards a resting hermit crab.
Idiot!
Now, hermit crabs are usually peaceful, but if they feel threatened, they will use their sharp claws.
Fool!
The cricket was walking towards
What are you
his
doing?
food.
Do you want to die?
He's poking the bear.
crab turned
you
around
wanna
and
die?
spotted the cricket.
What
the
are you
hermit
doing?
crab got
Get him.
closer and closer until it eventually gave
It's
the
about to be a
cricket
cricket sandwich.
Wait, hermit crabs eat crickets? I didn't
Don't
know
eat
that.
The crab
anything.
didn't feel threatened enough and decided to just go on.
Oh, he's just, yeah, he's chilling.
That was a close call.
He was
You
just
better get
kidding.
back
He
to
was
eating
joking.
some
He was
moss.
joking about it.
Another few days passed, and today I wanted to simulate an extreme seaside weather
This
event
guy's
to
an
see
animal.
how the animals would react.
What is he
so
about to
I
do?
turned off
How does he simulate lightning? Does he have a taser and he just...
I think he's just gonna pick up the cage and go, yeah!
Maybe he'll go over to the light switch and go light on, light off, light on, light off.
Imagine us three could do that. I could be the one shaking it. Jack could be light on, light off, light on, and
And
then
I'll have the taser to taste the water.
let's do it.
started to pour down rain.
And then Alec
How
can
is he
pee.
doing that?
Alec
Is he
can pee
peeing?
for rain.
Oh, he turned on the
hermit crabs
shower.
were not very happy and immediately had to take cover under the large log.
I would look
But
up like,
despite the rain being annoying
bro.
for the animals, it's actually very important. This is because over time, the salt water gets too salty, and the freshwater rain will even it out to the correct salinity level. And during
course.
thunderstorms at beaches, the waves also get bigger. So in order to
Wow.
simulate this, I added in
What
a
the
water
heck?
pump at the edge of the
This
ocean.
guy's ruthless.
The
What
water
the?
was now moving fast, and the gobies had to hide under rocks to avoid the current. The
Oh, no,
hermit
the
crabs
water's
themselves
menace.
were also getting
Oh my-
blown
Oh
around a
no,
little.
they're getting wrecked.
But
They're gonna
thankfully
get
for the
buried.
snails, they were able to just grab onto a wall and avoid the
They're chilling.
extreme water conditions.
Those snails suck.
After a little while, I removed
Literally.
the pump, stopped
Literally.
the rain, and turned back
That was it?
on the
No
light.
lightning?
Morning
The storm was
time.
now over.
That was a
It
lame
was now
storm.
day 22
Oh, next
on
to an
our
earthquake.
beach, and it was getting closer to
Earthquake.
the end of the 30-day simulation. But before the end, I wanted to make sure the entire ecosystem was self-sustainable. So far,
I want
we
him to
already had
simulate
many
a meteor
things to do
strike.
this, such as gobies that clean the sand.
Just gonna throw a
hermit
rock in
crabs
the
and
water.
crickets that ate the moss.
That's on fire.
The snails that ate the algae, and much more. But one important thing we were lacking was a creature that would eat dead organisms and organic waste that would
Oh.
otherwise pollute the water.
What?
Of course.
What? What animal
He
is
has
it?
to add it's a scavenger.
I knew Jack had no idea what he was eating. He said, "Oh," like he knew the answer.
Hold on, I'm brain
He's definitely
blasting.
looking up what it is.
No, my hands are right here. See, it's gonna be the mighty raccoon fish or a shrimp. One of the two.
So in order to solve this, I added in a new creature.
How did he get
Yeah,
that?
dude.
Introducing the
Yeah,
camel
dude, he
shrimp.
totally
He
didn't
looked it
cheat
up.
for
By
that.
far the coolest
He
Look at the
totally
look at
didn't
the
cheat.
designs on it.
Because,
Raccoon
I
shrimp.
mean, just look at
Oh
it.
wow, that
The
thing's cool.
shrimp immediately felt comfortable enough to explore around his new
I like how it
home,
walks.
And along the way, he encountered one of the hermit crabs.
Oh,
the little crab
this is
seemed
bad.
to be scared at first and hid
lunch.
in his shell. But soon enough, the two creatures seemed to become friends.
What the
The
heck?
shrimp quickly
Unlikely
became
friends.
the king of the ocean. Wherever he walked, the other animals like fish would move out of his way. But soon enough, the shrimp found a nice cozy spot on this rock to take a rest. Day 29 was now here, but our simulation wasn't over yet. As now, I was going to add in our final life and finish off our beach ecosystem.
Turtle!
To make
What
space
is
for what
it?
I was gonna add,
Be
I
a
had
turtle.
to remove this bit of seaweed. And in its
Oh my
place,
gosh.
I put a beautiful piece of coral. Okay,
Oh,
it's not very
nice.
beautiful yet, but in a few days, once it's adjusted to the water, it'll become
He's making
alive
a
and
coral
colorful. Now,
reef.
coral isn't just a plant or a rock.
Coral.
It's actually home to hundreds of these extremely tiny animals called polyps. Polyps produce a chemical called calcium carbonate, which helps the coral they live on survive.
I knew
I'll
that.
just have to leave this coral here over the next few days until it
Coral.
fully lights up and comes alive.
Ooh, I can't wait.
On day 30, every animal, including the hermit crabs, gobies, snails, marine crabs, crickets, shrimp, and plants, were now living in peace with one another in a self-sustainable ecosystem.
A year ago today, I built this little chunk of rainforest. This is much
That
more
is
than a
awesome.
bedside tank. It has evolved into a dense ecosystem
Is that a
teeming
snake?
with life. It is in this video where you can see both the brutality and beauty of Mother Nature.
Dude, this is so
I will
cool.
unveil to you the full
Ew.
history of the cannibal
Whoa.
jungle in my
Did you
bedroom.
see that?
Let's go!
was blowing
Wait, did he
bubbles.
say cannibal jungle?
Wait, what? I kind of that just went right over my head.
Let's not glaze over that, boys.
They're gonna be eating each other.
That sounds crazy.
Now we flash back to the very beginning.
The tank began as a summer project. I built a custom background for the tank using some ghost wood, spray foam, and silicone.
Classic.
Nothing major.
Oh,
The tank wouldn't be
cool.
the same without it. I
That's
built up
awesome.
some lava rock in the foreground. This was to create the water area. The back of the
Okay.
tank was then filled with some leca and substrate. From here, I planted the tank and it was complete.
Wow.
I didn't realize I had
That's
created
so
the
cool.
groundwork
That is
for an
beautiful.
ecosystem. At the
That is
time,
insane.
the only animals were these tiny garden snails that hitched along.
Dude, he made them look so much bigger in the intro. That is so tiny.
It's
Oh my
smaller than his
gosh.
nail. Yeah, that's
This is the
crazy.
smallest snail I've ever seen.
Maybe they're babies. Maybe they will grow.
Yeah,
I
that's
hope
true.
so.
One of the plants.
This makes me want to build my
As
own.
time went by, the plant
would
started
be
to
a
grow in,
disaster.
and moss began to appear. The progression of the tank was slow, but clearly evident. Once mold appeared, I introduced various species of springtails into the tank. They
That's the first
thrive
species?
in the
Ew.
humid environment.
What is
I
that?
felt the tank was ready for a more complex life, so I got some shrimp and
There we
Malaysian
go.
trumpet snails. The shrimp were shy,
Okay,
but
that's
would
awesome.
always come out during feeding time. As for the
How do they do
snails,
this?
Tickling
they
each
settled-
other.
Yo, what's up, bro? Fortnite drop.
That's how they communicate.
I think that's how they like clean stuff. They like constantly are cleaning 24/7.
Yeah, they're freaks. They're like the opposite of Adam. Speaking of Adam, if this video gets 100,000 likes, I will do simulating the life of a caveman inside a terrarium, and I will just trap Adam in there.
For 100 days.
Oh,
Please don't like this video. Don't like this video. Don't like this video.
settled in right away. Within just a few days, I found baby snails scattered throughout. To make the shrimp feel more at home, I added in some red root floater. These plants acted as cover and made the shrimp feel secure. After
Oh,
that,
very
it didn't
cool.
take long for the shrimp to get busy. Here, you can
Hey,
see
yo.
a
Whoa, wait, what does
very
he
pregnant
mean?
shrimp. She
Yo, they're getting busy. Go ahead.
They're gonna have
Those
so many little
tiny black-
shrimpies.
Alex, show us some shrimp riz.
what's up, baby girl? You come here often?
If they had shrimp prison, Alec would be in it.
Maybe come in for a smooch.
This guy's weird.
Yo, you know what he's gonna say though? He's gonna be like, but then our shrimp population grew to extreme extents. So then I added in a predator. Introducing from left field, the gecko.
Wait, don't spoil the
Dots are
video.
actually-
Well,
what the
I'm
heck?
not. I'm just
There
saying
was
that's
a
normally what
population
happens. I think it's
boom, and
hilarious.
you can clearly see that in the time lapse. About a month down the
whole
road,
month.
everything was still going smoothly, so I was ready to add in an apex predator.
Yes!
The
Oh,
we
vampire
called it.
crab. Their eyes
crap, I
are
was
menacing
close.
yellow, which is how they get their name.
Oh my gosh.
I started with only 6 of them. When I added them to
Oh,
the
only
tank,
6.
little
Okay,
did
they're
I
pretty
know of
tiny.
the army they would become. I gave them each a mealworm to feed upon.
It's like sucking
They're
his butt.
basically ocean spiders. These are sea spiders.
That looks like Adam's snot. Ew, dude. That's gross.
Keep my name out your mouth.
But then the crabs grew in population, so then I added a predator for the crabs.
Introducing Alec.
With a machine gun.
This crab eats his food like a cup of takeout. I always
Oh my
thought it was
god.
funny.
Wait, that's awesome.
These crabs
That's
are
Nikado Avocado.
semi-terrestrial,
He's doing a
meaning they need
mukbang.
both a land and
love
water
their
area
eyes.
to survive. On land,
Okay,
they
Riz.
breathe using a thin layer of water on their
Got
shell.
that eye, Riz.
If you look closely, you can see the water moving around their exoskeleton. This
Ew.
one
I feel
is
like
even
Alec and the
blowing
crab
bubbles.
have like the same riz.
The
just
crabs
stare.
often venture to the water in search of a meal. They tried to hunt the shrimp, but aren't very successful. 2 months later, the tank was still thriving.
Already on
the
month
plants
4.
finally started to fill in the space, and some of them developed crazy colors.
Oh,
One day, I was
wow.
baffled when I found a
Baby
Baby crab, do 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 do.
what are we
baby
naming him?
crab, do 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 do. Baby crab. Let's call him Shark.
I was gonna say Jorge. Okay, shark's fine.
weren't much bigger than a sesame seed. The babies had very effective camouflage as they blended right into their surroundings. Here, you can see him eating some algae. The babies were an awesome surprise,
That's like
though I
nothing.
became concerned.
That's like
I
when
feared
girls
the
eat food,
crabs
they just
would
eat air.
overpopulate, and there would be way
Oh,
too
here we
many
go.
of them. I needed a solution.
Here
I
we go.
needed a new predator. That
Here we
is
go.
where the
I told
mourning
you.
gecko comes in.
Yes!
3 adult
Alec called
females,
it.
and I thought they would be the perfect tank mate. The geckos immediately took up residence in
females.
the
Oh,
canopy.
they
Look
are
at those
The
huge.
adult
tanks.
crabs were too big for them to hunt, but the babies, well,
No!
the babies could become
Wait a
an
second.
unfortunate meal.
How was he
Now,
standing?
it wasn't only
How
How
was
was
This
he
guy's
standing
crazy.
there? How was he standing on that?
They're like Spider-Man. They have little gripper feet.
He's got like suction cup feet.
Yeah.
geckos that were hunting the baby crabs. The crabs hunted the crabs. Here, you can see a baby
Oh.
crab eating
No.
his own brother.
No!
They
That's
were
why it's the cannibal
It showed
rainforest.
how
Oh my God.
brutal nature
That's
can
why they're
be.
called the
As more
vampires.
time passed, the forest floor became much more than just a pile of dead
is
leaves.
crazy.
It became a refuge. There were still these tiny
Oh, the
snails who would
snails.
wander in
Okay.
search of food.
That is
more
such
than
a
just
huge cell
microfauna lived
for a
here.
little guy.
It was home to the baby crabs. They rarely
Oh,
ventured out to
wow.
explore or to become someone else's meal. As the crabs
That's
grew,
smart.
they no longer needed the security of the forest floor. They could climb into the canopy in search
Wow.
of food. At this stage, they were too big to become a meal for one of the geckos. I'd even see them
They're just chilling. You see them next to each other?
Where even are they?
They're like under the back part of the cage, I think.
They're having like a secret satanic meeting,
Okay, when this guy's sleeping, we're gonna break out.
and we're gonna get them.
We're gonna tickle him.
peacefully sitting side by side. In the canopy, the crabs found refuge in the bromeliads. These
Wow.
plants
Oh,
hold
that is
many
kinda
pools of water in
disturbing.
their leaves,
That's so cool
which
how they're
turned
using
out
all
to
their
be a
environments
perfect hiding spot.
survive.
I'd often
I
find
can
them
barely even
hiding
see
in
them.
these pockets. If I ever got too close, they would quickly dive deeper into the plant.
Can
The
they breathe
geckos
underwater?
also call the bromeliads
For a long
home.
time, yeah.
I'd find them tucked in between their leaves, and they'd find shelter here when it rained.
just hiding.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the tank has rain.
Yeah, rainstorms, baby.
Dr. Plant is too good.
It's not a Dr. Plant video without some rain and some thunder.
Look at this. Dr.
He's
Plant.
got to electrocute one with some lightning.
Dr. Plant is just a W. Absolute
The
W.
tank has these tropical storms 5 times a day. The heavy
gosh.
rain brings out the geckos,
That's a little
and you
excessive.
can even hear them talking to each other. That clicking noise is actually the geckos communicating.
Oh,
They
wow.
are very
Really?
social animals that like to be housed in groups. Well, their group is about to get bigger because they had laid piles and piles
Oh!
Dude,
That is
that's
a
so
lot of
cool.
eggs.
Wait, I thought he said he introduced 3 females though. How does
Yeah,
that
that's
work?
what I was about to say too.
How does that
Maybe
happen?
they were already pregnant going into it.
Or maybe the crabs, you know?
I don't know if that's possible.
If that gecko has claws, I'm calling the cops.
eggs. This may come as a surprise because if you recall, all the geckos I bought were female. Then how
Right.
do they reproduce? Well, this isn't just any ordinary gecko. This type of gecko can make clones. All you need is one gecko to start an entire population. As the days went by, I began to find baby geckos all over the tank.
That's a real thing?
They were extremely quick and difficult to film. Most of the time, I would find them resting among the bromeliads or high up in the canopy. This little guy was drinking off one of the leaves. Funny little guys for sure. And now, this brings us to present day. Like my hair, the tank looks nothing like it did a year ago and has become overgrown. The diversity in leaf shape, size, and color is extremely variable. The ecosystem has finally found balance where no animal outcompetes the other. Many of the crabs have reached adulthood. Here, you can see a baby, juvenile, and adult crab in the palm of my hand.
He really did that.
How do any of them eat if they all, like, they're all friendly?
They're not all friendly. Did you not see the crab eat the other crab?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
And I'm pretty sure that the geckos are eating the crabs as well. No crabs are safe.
It's only the baby crabs, though. Everybody's just eating baby crab.
Yeah, that's probably what the geckos were talking about. They're like, baby crab, kill it, kill it. Kill it, kill it.
The parents are like, oh, we're running low on food. what do we do? Yeah, let's get busy. Let's make some food.
Crab doesn't have any of his adult coloration yet. Right now, he's cleaning his eyes with his claws.
I didn't know he was chill
They're
like that.
Mini
That's
windshield wipers because the crabs don't have any eyelids. They have to manually keep their eyes clean.
That's
you can see how the juvenile crab has developed some color on his eyes, and they're now a deep orange. I decided to give him a little treat, and this is a bloodworm.
What the?
His eyes don't move at all. It's so creepy.
Began to eat it. His mouth was like a little meat grinder, and he ate
That's
the
like a
entire
forbidden
thing.
fruit gummy.
And here is an adult crab. He is clearly the biggest and most colorful of the three. His massive claws were disproportionate to his tiny frame. I tried feeding him a cricket, but he pushed that away. I then tried feeding.
He wants to eat baby crab. I only eat children.
Where's my son?
Bring me my son.
I then tried feeding him a bloodworm, and of course, he didn't hesitate to
really
eat
like
that.
bloodworms.
He ate the whole thing in
I mean,
under
that makes
a minute.
sense. They are
the geckos
vampire
were thriving,
crabs.
and now I had well over 30. I didn't feel comfortable leaving them in the big tank, so I built them their own setup. I'll be sure to make a video on them in the future. The tank as a whole is definitely looking at its best. Beauty lies in its constant evolution and change. Every day, there is new growth, a new plant, or even a new generation.